Hey, what is up, folks of the internet? What's going on? My name is John from Shelf Games, and this is not weighted dice.
Kind of weighted dice.
We are down a dungeon master today, who apparently almost died due to alcohol poisoning.
Should we be sharing that?
Probably not. Connor was at a bachelor party this week.
Again, should we be sharing?
He's not feeling well, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to stream with us today. But we're all gathered here together, and we decided to do like a little talk show about us, about weighted dice, maybe answer some questions about streaming, about D&D, about life, about relationships,
about the boy Eva's trying to talk to in her office.
I mean, right?
So
Traitors!
let's introduce everybody. So my name is John, like I said. Of course, we have Eva, the lovely Eva above me, and next to her we have Ted.
Hey.
And Chris.
Hello!
We are all people who do stuff on the internet. We have streams, so of course you can find those at the Twitch handles down below. You can follow us. And yeah, what's going on? So what do we want to talk about?
Okay, all right, okay. So
let's leave Eva's dating life out of this for now.
Let's table that for now. We'll come back to it.
We'll come back. We're not going to come back.
So I guess let's just start off with how we all sort of got into wanting to play D&D to make it sort of relevant to start. The fuck are you drinking, John?
That is a bourbon sour.
Nice.
Please send me the recipe for your bourbon sour. I have a 17-year-old bottle of bourbon.
Oh no, this is like
oh, that's trash bourbon.
This is like Jim Beam and and bitters, orange juice, and soda water.
So you can send it to me because I'm the temp and then I'll drink it.
Should I be drinking bourbon straight?
Yep.
Or
Okay.
nice. Nice with a little bit of bitters is good too.
Okay.
No. You take that straight and you savor it.
Do you like scotch?
Yeah. I'm a huge scotch guy.
Yeah. I think you'd like bourbon straight then. It's sweeter than scotch. Like it's
Probably.
some bourbons, I guess.
I had one scotch that tasted like bleach.
That's not right.
Are you sure?
Don't ask how I know what bleach tastes like, but it tastes like bleach.
Tastes like bleach smells.
I was reading a guide to tell you, yeah, so this is what it's gonna taste like, and he's like, it's got like an earthy taste to it. And I was like, earthy? More like assy.
More like earth ass.
Ted, have you been to that whiskey bar on Commercial?
Like, no, I have not.
What you talking about?
Fets? No, not Fets. Maybe it's Fets.
I remember going to a whiskey bar. I'm like, was that in Vancouver? I went to it before I was living here.
Yeah, Fets Pasta Bar and Grill. It's
Yeah,
actually they have like this menu that is solely for whiskeys and bourbons.
Yeah, it's fucking huge.
It's
too.
massive. It's like this thick, and the nice thing is like they don't give you brands or anything like that. All they give you are like taste profiles.
Yeah,
and then the price.
That's awesome.
So taste profile and price. So I look for the cheap ones. Yeah, it's really nice. They'll bring it out to you in a nice little glass. They'll give you some distilled water. They'll usually you got to start with the whiskey or the bourbon or whatever. Don't, if you want to change it up a bit, then add a little distilled water.
Yeah. When I was there, I didn't have anything like too crazy. I just had like a couple single malts that I've had before, and they were like reasonably priced. And I was looking at like the most expensive ones, and there was one, I think it was like $128 an ounce, like a shot.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, like that's insane. And it was I think it was a lowland, like it was like a really smoky, peaty one. And apparently those go for the highest price because it was just like
it was cool when I was there. My friends and I were just having some food and a couple drinks, but like the owner was like hanging out and just like kind of bouncing around tables. So it was cool. They came over and chatted with us for a bit. But
nice.
Anyways, what the fuck were we talking about? D&D. Our intros into the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Let it be known, everyone, that we're all drinking.
Who wants to go first?
Fucking wish.
Ted, you go first.
Oh, are we doing this?
We're doing this.
Standoff right now.
Canadian standoff is that a thing?
Yeah, I'm like I feel like I came up with the term. It's like when you open a door for someone and they're like, "No, you go." It's like, "No, you go." Oh god, this is happening right now.
This is my life.
What did you call it?
Canadian standoff.
I don't know if I came up with that, but like
that is the best thing ever.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
Do it. Do it. While you Google it, tell us what made you want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Fuck, I think it's something already.
Canadian stand-up.
I was actually working at a game studio. I was doing an internship in Edmonton, and we just made like iOS games. And
can you reveal the name of the studio or no?
Yeah, it was Fluic Entertainment.
Nice.
And I don't know if you guys played Office Jerk or Streaker Run. Like they just made a lot of
like microtransaction games.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're still a studio. Anyways, whatever. Every Wednesday we decided to do like a D&D night every night. And that was the first time I ever actually started playing. And I just read all of the Legend of Drizzt, so I was like all about that. Drizzt.
That sounds like a sex thing.
Hey, what's up? You ready to get Drizzt?
Got a little bit of Drizzt right there. So I was a dark elf ranger, fucking obviously.
Of course.
And I only played like 3 sessions because the internship ended and I went home and graduated and continued with life. But that was kind of like my first introduction to D&D. Sure. And then the next time I played was honestly when John, offered to do these sessions, and it was like I don't know if it was because I already knew kind of some of the basic rules.
Sure.
But I felt like it was just so easy to like get into, and probably you guys definitely helped as well, just kind of tapering off the learning curve. But it's fun. I fucking love it. Like I want to keep going for as long as I can.
I think 5th edition helps with that because they've streamlined a lot of the stuff in the new version of D&D, which makes it more approachable for newcomers and not just newcomers, but people that are familiar with like RPGs in general. So if you've played like a video game RPG, you have an idea of like what certain things mean. You know what I mean? So you understand like intelligence and like stats and different abilities, and it kind of makes more sense that way.
Yeah, no, I found that was easy too.
Yeah.
So, Eva, what did you think? Like when you first started, was it like really daunting, or was it?
I did not have an easy time of it.
No,
no, not at all.
That's fair.
I came in, like literally got a message on Twitter from Gail, and it was like, "Hey, we basically scoured the earth and no one wants to play D&D, and we need one more person. You want to do it?"
We need a grill. You're our last chance.
Yeah.
It was like literally we've asked everybody else, and I was like, I've never played, and he's like, we will teach you.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't teach me.
We didn't teach shit.
Just kind of threw it. And it's...
No, you know what you're doing now.
No, but okay.
Sort of.
Sort of.
I just don't play any clerics. That's all.
I sort of know it. Yeah. But I'm very surprised that I have enjoyed it so much. Like to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys, we've played for how many weeks now?
We've done 16 sessions and we've missed a few weeks, so it's been a while.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where like you get this group and you're like, oh yeah, this is just what I'm going to be doing on a Monday or Friday night, and it's very natural. It feels very natural now.
Yeah. So like, what were your feelings like coming in, like when we first started, and you felt like you were over your head? Like, how did you deal with that? I guess.
I don't know that I did. I just came in.
I'm still feeling with it every day.
It's still one of those things where you're like, what is going on? Half the time I'm like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? We're gonna blank out now? Like that's the only thing I know that you do. So is that what you're doing?
Sometimes I find like, especially when say like Red and some NPC are in like this heated dialogue, or they're like, or if we're at a shop and we're buying just whatever, I don't know if it's like my ADD, but I just start to like kind of like space out, and my eyes start to kind of go like this.
Oh yeah, that happens to me too. Especially
I gotta refocus.
Yeah, especially when we're doing like micromanaging shit, like buying stuff, and like you said, like bartering and that kind of shit. I'm just like, oh, this isn't why I play D&D.
Yeah, that part of it can kind of get a little tedious, but
I find myself drifty sometimes and going, okay, focus.
Yeah, what? Yeah, right? You kind of like remind yourself, you're like, hey, wait, I need to pay attention to what's going on.
I'm not bored. I enjoy this.
Because sometimes that'll happen to me, and it'll be like, hey, Ted, what do you do? I'm like,
What?
Um,
I think on numerous.
yeah.
I think on numerous occasions I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
What?
Asbel in the chat is saying that Mortos's hair is so amazing. Unreal.
Oh.
Unreal hair.
Don't
Thank
give him
you.
compliments. He thrives on this, and it's not.
I just was waiting for someone to fucking say something about it.
It makes it difficult to work with him.
But yeah, I'll even
Thank
say
you.
like I find combat really boring, if that makes sense. I know like that's like one of the
That's because all you do is blink.
Yeah, you
we
fucking
stopped that. I
blinker.
got rid of that. But like because you get into this loop, right, and you like do your turn, and then you have to wait. You have to wait until like everyone else goes, and then Connor has to spend a lot of time like doing the enemies and the NPCs. And you know, sometimes you can do something really exciting and creative, but other times you're like, well, I've burned all my spell slots. All I can do is like Eldritch Blast until the thing fucking dies and we can move on to the next thing, right? And like
Yeah.
that's it can be frustrating, and I know some people like live for the combat and micromanaging and all that kind of stuff, but for me, what I really love is just like the role playing. I find like the role playing to be far more interesting and exciting.
Yeah.
I'm a very visual person, so
Yeah.
you guys probably don't know this, but trying to focus on what's going on and try in my mind to track where everybody is has been the most difficult part.
Right.
Because I want to do something epic, and I'm like, wait, where is everybody? And it kind of takes me out of it. So
Yeah.
it's been really helpful to try to just focus.
And see, I think you and I are
Balance.
I think you and I are opposites, because I really dislike D&D when there's like a map and a grid and like little avatars and characters. I don't like that because I feel it limits storytelling. And again, it goes back to me loving the role play and loving the storytelling. Like I said, we were just saying like we hate like a lot of the micromanaging shit, but like I live for the story and I live for the interactions between the characters. So like the combat to me is kind of like secondary, whereas for a lot of people it's the main thing.
I'm a DPS person. The more damage I can inflict, the more fun I'm having. Like there's a blood loss there.
I knew you were crazy.
I know. Hey, crazy recognizes crazy, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I still remember that time we were fighting those fucking frogs or whatever.
Wait, what?
We were fighting those stupid fucking frog
The
people.
bullywugs.
And
the
Ava's
frog
character
dudes.
just like we were all like fighting and doing all this shit, and Ava's character just like comes in and just like double two hands like cuts off two of their heads, and we're just like, oh
Okay.
fuck.
Alrighty then. Yeah, you had more than a few times where you just like were OP as fuck,
Yeah.
I feel
taking
like
over.
I feel like I let you guys hammer it down to the point where I could just come in and like do it like an epic hit.
You're the closer.
Yeah, I am the closer.
I really wish we kept track of our like kill counts.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm up there.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the top.
It would be a
I'm
lot
not
of
gonna lie.
it'd be a lot
I
of-
really feel like I'm the top.
it'd be a lot of video to go through and figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm at the bottom.
Yeah.
You have the most death. It's
most
good.
deaths. Yeah, exactly.
Most deaths and most damage taken.
So Chris, how did you get into D&D? And then we can do me.
Fuck. I
On
started
camera?
when I was a year in high school. So about graduated in about 10, 11 years ago.
Mhm.
I was in high school and I wasn't really liking a lot of people. I was a bit of a shit.
Yeah.
So I decided, hey, I'm going to go hang out with these fucking nerds because they seem like they're cool dudes. They're playing Magic the Gathering. I play that a lot. So I decided to basically talk to them and say, hey, you guys play D&D right now. That's pretty cool. Never played before. I've always thought it was cool. And they're like, hey, you should totally come to my house on Saturday and play. I was like, all right, sure. I still remember the very first character I ever made. His name was Scorn, and he was a human necromancer.
Oh,
God, you were
and
so fucking emo.
Scorn.
You have no idea.
Wish
Or
I
does
had
do
died
that
so I could
again.
bring you back and kill you again.
So he had a scythe, and he had a skeleton he would always bring with him, and he would like disarm all the traps. He would have a rogue.
You gotta always have a rogue.
The DM we had this rule that if you didn't show up to the session, he says your character was just in the corner jacking off. That's it. That's all your character would do. It's just JO the whole session, the whole 3 hours. So I didn't go one session, and he goes, "Yeah, your character died." I was like, "What? How?" I wasn't there. He's like, "Yeah, he died from JOing too much." I rolled, and it rolled a crit, so you just JO'd to death. It was painless.
Critical orgasm.
Critical orgasm. I was like, "That's
a new
cool."
one.
So I really got into it. I got into it a lot. So I started role playing more, and when I first started, I was like Ava, where it was like combat, yes, kill the mans.
Kill the mans.
Then I hit a part where I became more into the rules, and I was like, oh no, this is the way the rules has to be.
Right.
I mean, this is what the book says. And then in my later years of playing, this was maybe about 5 years ago, I was playing with my brother-in-law, and I was like, I don't give a shit about the rules. I just want to do cool shit. I want to make this as awesome of a story as it can be. So recently, I've become more of a middle ground kind of thing. Like, yeah, rules are important, but story trumps rules. If it sounds awesome, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Which
makes for a better story, because it's just like you keep things flowing, right? It's like improv.
It's funny because I think that's my mentality as well, but it's not our DM's mentality. Like Connor is very much like the dice are the dice, and like that's what happens, right? And he makes it work for him.
Yeah,
he still makes it work within his story and everything else.
Oh, certainly.
But like you said, Chris, there are definitely a lot of DMs out there who are like, I'm gonna fudge this dice roll because it makes for a better story.
Yeah. I have saved so many characters.
Yeah.
Because it was just too awesome. I once had a barbarian jump off of a cliff trying to stab a dragon. And I was like, okay, I'll see if he dodges. I rolled in that 20, and I was like, shit, this is going to be too fucking awesome. I go, oh, he fumbled. And they're like, yeah! I stab him in the neck, and I drive it all the way down like I'm fucking riding a curtain. And I was like, this is the most metal thing I've ever heard. And it was like his defining moment. He then made a greatsword out of the dragon's tail, and I was like, "This is badass."
Yeah,
holy shit!
This defines your character.
Yeah,
it's those moments that I live for. Yeah. Oh, I live for it.
And I think one of the interesting things about D&D is that it allows for those types of stories to happen, right? And like the players become an integral part of the storytelling process. So that you can really sort of shape your own narrative, which I think is really fascinating. And like there are very, very few platforms and mediums that really allow you to do that. Like even video games that are designed to like give you a lot of freedom, they still have systems and they still have rules that sort of dictate what's going to happen and how your character can interact with certain things, right? So and like sometimes there's technical limitations that prevent you from even doing things that you want to.
Yeah.
It's funny because you have all this freedom, but I think I've been a gamer for so long, a story-driven or first-person shooter, whatever I'm playing, there's still a story and set parameters.
Yeah.
And D&D has kind of shattered that for me.
Yeah.
I feel like gaming to me was always like, oh, this is a story I've been given, and I progress how I progress. And to have all this freedom, it's kind of baffling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely get lost in it sometimes.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, sometimes I just get in this mindset where I'm like, well, I've blown my spell slots. I can't really do much except Eldritch Blast until the fight is over. But again, I should be thinking more creatively. Like we've done some interesting things in the past, like killing that spider with that barrel of beer by accident. Actually, on purpose. It was on purpose, but
I feel like that was creative thinking between Red and Nox.
I was like, "There's a big fucking spider. We're first level.
I feel like
fix this?"
I feel like Red and Nox are like right there.
You guys forgot. I came up with that fucking idea. I was like,
"Did you really?"
Yeah, it was Ted.
Idea.
So
you came up with it. We implemented it.
Yeah,
you did. I didn't have the manpower.
Okay, so Chris, so you're playing D&D. You started getting into it more. Is that where your tail ends?
No. So about the same time that I started getting into that mixed mindset, I thought, fuck, I like video games. I like reading a lot of fantasy novels. I bet I can make a good story. So I decided to run a game for my brother-in-law, my sister, my roommate, my roommate's buddy, my now wife, her friend. So we had like 6 or 7 players all at once. And that campaign ran for like a year and a half.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And we had people who were like 18th level, just hanging out. We started from level 1. Someone had an intelligent sword that was really a paladin, and so they were trying to become a paladin.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's super cool how these
sword ones.
I mean, yeah. But it's really cool how all these stories sort of develop. And one thing, and this sort of touches on being a DM, one thing you should really focus on when you're trying to tell a story is don't have one person be the hero. Because if you take Weighted Dice, for example, if you made the story just about Nox, you said, this is Nox's story. She met her brother. She has to go find his killer. La, 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 la.
That would have been a very, very short story.
Yeah, you have everyone else going like, well, am I just like a companion?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to sit down and think, no, these are all heroes. They're all protagonists. No one is going to be
all matter.
I feel like we've done a very good job of making sure that each one of our characters sings.
Oh my, yes. It's been ridiculous. Connor's been doing a fantastic job with making sure each of us have a spotlight.
Yeah, props to Connor, who, like I said earlier, unfortunately cannot be here today, so we're doing something different. But yeah, I think he's done a fantastic job of just like you said, just sort of really focusing on everyone's own individual story and weaving that into everything else that we're doing. And there have definitely been like some surprises, like running into people and being like, "Oh shit, it's that person!" Oh fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Is anybody else really bad with names?
Oh, totally. I'm just like, when the fuck did we meet this person?
Yeah, I started writing shit down because I'm just like, and then I end up drawing things. That's like.
Yeah, I end up drawing. Okay, so you guys don't know, but we have in Roll20 a field where there's, I guess, supposed to be a map or a character depiction.
It's all over now.
I'm not sharing this with the audience.
No, don't share it. But we have a tendency of drawing in between turns.
We have done a lot of sketching. I haven't because I've been too busy.
A lot of productive
wieners.
Drawing, a whole lot of dicks. Oh god, it has wings.
It's got wings.
Wow. Okay.
And I don't even know how it started. I think one day I was just like, I'm gonna do this. This is happening.
I think to be a successful DM is that you can't be, and I obviously have no idea what it's like to be a DM, but I think you can't have any reservations on doing something that could be really bad to a party.
That is something I've been battling with pretty recently. Is a lot of the time you'll hear someone say like, "Oh, I want to attack your big bad, your ultimate villain." You're like, "Okay, go ahead." And they're like, "I rolled a crit. I do 50 million damage, and he's dead." And you're like, "No, he's not. He has magic shield." And you can't kill him.
He has the power of love.
If you're a new DM, that's something you're gonna fall into a lot because you put so much time and effort into this ultimate evil. So you gotta do something that I learned in acting class, and that's yes and.
Yeah.
You say, okay, do it, and you killed him. Cool. Now everyone he knew is gonna be after your ass.
Yeah. That's definitely an improv thing, right? The whole you don't say no to people when they bring up a new idea. You say yes and, right?
So a more recent example of this is our buddy Ted here was playing in a D&D game I hosted a couple of days ago, and he decided, I'm going to attack a guard. The guard was a quest giver. The guard was 8th level. I didn't assume he would attack the guard who was trying to be helpful. Basically, they were given an envelope saying, here's the envelope from a higher power. This is proof that you need to be where you need to be. And he asked, who sent you? They wouldn't give him an answer, so he was like, you're under arrest. They wouldn't have any of it. So he decided to just attack.
And I got kicked in the face.
Got kicked right in the face.
Real hard. Actually, he didn't do that much damage to me.
He did 6 damage to your face out of your 14 hit points.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah. So getting back to our origin stories with D&D.
We have origin stories.
I didn't really know a lot about role playing and D&D until I was maybe like 7 or 8. I had basic video games. I played a lot on like Commodore 64 and Nintendo and Sega. But then I had a friend who lived a couple of houses down when I moved to the prairies. And his family wasn't as well off. So, like he had like an old Apple II, but they played like a lot of board games and that kind of thing. And he was the first one who introduced me to D&D, but I didn't know it as such at the time. He just sort of explained this idea of like, oh, you can be like a knight or a wizard and you keep track of stuff on paper. And I'm like, on paper? What the fuck?
We have a Commodore 64, okay?
And then he's like, and then I'll tell you what happens. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. He's like, so you're walking down a corridor in a dungeon, and then a goblin pops out. What do you do? I'm like, I don't fucking know. But so like it was a very foreign concept to me at the time, and you know, I think he was a little upset because I just didn't get it, and I didn't like. I just wanted to go play fucking Mario or something.
Yeah.
Such an elitist. Yeah, exactly. You're right, Rage-tastic. But yeah, so that was my first exposure to it, and then we obviously kept hanging out, and he would explain it a little bit more, and then I finally sort of understood it. And after we stopped hanging out, I still had this idea in my head of like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons is a thing. It sounds really cool. I don't really have people to play it with, but I got the books anyway. So I went out of my way and I bought like the Player's Handbook, the DM's Guide, the Monster Manual for 3.5 edition.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty old school. And those books just sat on a shelf, and I would look at them sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, and that was kind of unfortunate. I didn't really have anyone to play with. I tried to get my sister to play with me, but she wasn't into it at the time. She would just use it for like drawing pictures and shit.
I love your sister.
So at least the books got some use. You wouldn't have loved her when she was younger. She was a real asshole.
I feel like your sister and I would have gotten very, very along very well.
No, seriously, she'll even admit she was a terrible person when she was younger.
I was too.
Okay, maybe you would have gotten
pretty terrible in different degrees.
We would have been terrible.
Yeah. And then I didn't really do anything like that ever again. I started doing the shelf game stuff, I think, streaming a little bit, and maybe even before I started streaming, I really got back into Magic the Gathering. So I would go to my local game store, I'd compete in tournaments, I'd get people to help me learn, just hang out, play casually. And then I stopped. I'm like, that's way too expensive. I need to sell all my cards and just like get out of that because it's not good for you.
How much did you get off of all your cards?
A couple grand. Yeah. And that was like not a good price for my cards.
Yeah.
Wow. So then a while later, I was like still just like working a lot and like doing the shelf game stuff. And I'm like, I need something to get me out of the house. Something to keep me occupied. So I just started going to my game store every Wednesday, and they had like open RPG night. And at the time, they just happened to be playing the new Star Wars RPG. So I sat in, I played with them for a few weeks, and it was really cool. I didn't really gel well with the group. They were a little bit more into like making like dick jokes all the time and not playing.
We don't do that.
No,
we don't do that at all.
I mean, at least we have like a DM who keeps us on task, and that's
true.
So I got a taste for it, right? And I'm like, this is fucking fun. This is a lot of fun just telling these stories together. And then that kind of put like the nug in my head that like role-playing is fun. So since then, I've been trying to get like a Star Wars RPG thing going with people, but it just never worked out. And then Chris, do you even remember how we started talking about this shit?
I do. So I remember we were just sort of talking about role-playing games in general, because I remember we were trying to get something together with just a couple of people, trying to like, because we were watching Silvari's D&D game, and I was like, fuck, John would be so good at D&D. I was like, John, we should play D&D. You're like, oh, I just want to play Star Wars. So I was like, okay, cool.
I just want to play Star Wars, guys. I mean, like...
And he offered to DM a Star Wars game, but we couldn't find people to play Star Wars. So I posted on Reddit. I was like, "Hey, I need a DM for 5th edition or Star Wars RPG."
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Connor was like, "I don't know what SWRPG is. I had to look it up." And we did a fucking interview on Skype.
We interviewed Connor on Skype.
God, we were like, really? Okay.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty sure we told you that.
That's insane.
We sat down for like maybe half an hour and just talked to him about like his experience with DMing, what his style is, how he feels about, being on stream, his demeanor, how to not be an asshole. And we were afterwards we talked and we were like, yeah, no, he seems like a good fit. And then we did that thing.
Yeah, did you only interview him, or did you interview others as well?
He was the first one. We were like, him.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yeah. We sat down, like Chris said, and talked to him for like half an hour, 40 minutes. And it was clear that like he knew his shit. He had like a good demeanor. Because the thing with like streaming is like I know Chris and I worry about this a lot when we do our own streaming, is like when you're bringing people in from the outside, you have to be very, very careful, right? Because you need to be sure that they're not like some toxic asshole, they're not some troll. So
When
you know
you guys
that's
never let me in.
So toxic.
So toxic.
That's just a reality of the internet and streaming on Twitch is like, so like even when I play like multiplayer games with like people who watch my stuff, I have to be very careful about like who I let do that with me. So like I'm careful to make sure it's people that have been watching for a long time, that I've had a good rapport with, that they're not just jumping in for the first time and being like, hey, let's play. And I'm like, because I have done that in the past, and I'm like, oh, this really did not go well.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so we chatted with Connor, and he was just like, yeah, this dude seems like a good fit.
Yeah, he's sweet, man.
This
And,
is
like,
how last minute I was that I wasn't even invited to the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, because we hadn't even we were first thinking, okay, we need to
No,
think,
it's
we need to see if
fine.
people are interested. Nobody was interested, so we're like,
Let's
okay,
just
D&D.
move on. It's fine.
So
fair.
people we asked. I asked a friend of mine who works over at Bungie, and I was like, hey, listen, do you want to play D&D? And she's like, fuck yes. When? I was like, Monday night. She's like, fuck, I can't. I work late.
Shit.
That sucks.
I like how you just slyly slid that in. That's my friend who works at
Works
Bungie.
at Blizzard.
That's how I introduced her to everybody.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, she's also a top cosplayer. Her ex-boyfriend used to make high-quality props. She has a lot of fans. That's the easiest one to get across.
You can't just define someone by their occupation.
Yeah, you can't just do that.
Shut up.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, I ended up asking like a few of my close friends as well.
Not me.
Because again, it was that matter of like you want people that you know really, really well and that you can trust, right, and stuff like that.
Not me.
But you know, my sister, who has always wanted to do some shit like this with me, she lives in Wales. She lives in the UK, and like it's a fucking 8-hour time difference between us, and that would be like impossible.
Some morning D&D.
More like midnight for us.
Yeah. So like I know Chris, you and I, we asked a bunch of our streaming friends, and then it kind of got to the we were like, well, I think Ava would be a good fit, but like she also didn't seem interested at the time, I think.
Yeah. It
No,
was like
I was never asked.
I asked you, and
Until you're
my
like,
thought
we
process
okay,
was,
this is how
this
Gail.
Talk show was a bad idea. Mom and Dad are fighting.
We're fighting.
This is how Gail asked me. Through Twitter DM, he goes, so we've asked a lot of people and none of them can make it. Do you want to play D&D?
No, you didn't.
Okay, hear me out. Hear
You're like our last resort.
I did not. No. Okay. Hold
You
on.
want to go back in my Twitter DMs?
Let's do this. No, you want to play? We go and play.
Let's do this.
Let's do
fucking do
this.
this shit.
Get it
I
on.
hope I have these.
I got to scroll up a lot now. We talk a lot in Twitter
We
DM.
talk a lot.
This is super not important.
There was like
It's
I remember the one
important,
time.
John.
Crying
It's
gifts.
important.
So I remember the one time I was
drinks.
a server at a restaurant, and the manager brought us all to the back. He's like, "Hey, we're trying to get rid of this soup, whatever, that hasn't been selling well. Try and upsell it as much as you can because we want to get rid of it."
Upsell the soup.
Yeah, upsell the soup, Ted. Okay, boss. And these people came in and they're looking at the menu. They're like, "Do you have anything that's not on the menu?" I'm like, "Yeah, we have this soup. I described it." I'm like, "We're trying to get rid of it."
We're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about it. And they're just like, oh, "Okay, yeah, no, we probably won't get that then." I'm just like, "Fuck, I'm an idiot." I'm so stupid. But I didn't mean it like I can see how it can come out accidentally sometimes. And you
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I'm
I've
still
got it.
scrolling.
I've
Look
got
at
it.
all this. Look at this conversation.
I said, psst, are you generally free on Mondays around 8 to 11 p.m.?
And I
should
said,
be.
I should be. What's up?
John and I are trying to plan a streamed D&D game.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. I've never played D&D.
Would you be interested in learning?
Yes, I've always assumed it was super hard for a noob to learn.
Nah, I'll talk to John and make sure we've got room for another. Just wanted to gauge interest beforehand, you know?
Sounds good.
Okay, you're in.
Okay.
That's not so bad.
Goddamn liar.
There's more. Look at this. There's so much
at a wall.
more.
What do I need? Basically, we would like
Yes,
everyone to have a webcam. If you don't feel comfortable, we can just sub for a photo. Beyond that, I'll be sending you a copy of the player's guide and just skim it and think of a cool character concept. Example, I'm playing an ascendant of a demon race who is also a paladin. Conflicting themes, but I think it'd be cool. Just spend some time thinking about it, and I'll send you the files when I'm at work.
You two are so fucking passive-aggressive.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Don't fucking try this!
Oh, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to read it, and it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be like, it was right.
Anyways,
I want to see.
we got Ava in, and it was good that she learned, because now she's slowly coming out of her fucking butterfly shell.
Butterflies don't have shells.
Shut up!
Are you calling me not a butterfly? Because that's mean.
No, I'm saying now you're
a butterfly that came out of its egg.
They have eggs.
What the fuck?
I'm so confused.
It was a joke, guys. I know they don't have eggs.
Anyways, do you guys have any questions for us that we could answer for you? While we're trying to
prove
we're about to get a divorce.
Anything, really.
Yeah, we're definitely open to any and all questions, whether it's about the D&D stuff, whether it's about weighted dice, or just streaming, or about us and our personal lives. We are just open. Like we said, our DM couldn't make it. We were thinking about just canceling, but then we're like, fuck it, let's have a drink and just stream it.
Soon we'll start talking shit about Connor.
Gail and I send a lot of DMs and memes, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks we hate. We gifts, memes, everything. Everybody, I feel, I've gotten a lot of talk. They're like, "Are you and Red okay?
Yeah.
Like, are you and like?" And they kind of think that it bleeds over into personal life.
Fuck no.
We are like, we
So
talk on a
tight.
regular.
I think that's just a testament to your ability as actors.
I was in a live production of Macbeth for 2 years.
Nice.
For my high school, and I played the role of King Duncan, and I died every night.
Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.
So much.
Yeah.
That explains so much.
So why did you stop acting?
Because okay, all right. There are some things you have to know about me on a personal level. My dad's an asshole.
Okay.
He's on his 8th wife.
Ooh.
Okay.
Just gonna let you sit on that for a while.
That's okay.
So I was maybe 13 or 14, and I decided, hey, I love acting. I love making a goof. I'm gonna be an actor.
Yeah.
So I took an acting class, and I was like, this is really fun. I want to be on stage.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to be in Macbeth, and our first opening, I tell my dad, I was like, Dad, guess what? I got you 2 tickets to the front row to see me act. He's like, no, I'd rather watch golf.
What?
And I was like, okay, can I get a lift to the production? He's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Motherfucker drove me there. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm not done yet. So a week goes by. We do productions all week long. We do 2 shows a day. I am tired as shit. Saturday rolls around. I was like, Dad, are you gonna make it next week when we do our last show? It's the last show, and I'd like for you to be there. I got you. I still have 2 tickets saved. He's like, why are you doing this? I was like, cause I like acting. It's like, just stop. Just quit.
Fuck.
And I was like, okay. And I never showed up again. I quit. I dropped that class. I haven't done sports because of him. I dropped chess club because of my father. I dropped acting. I dropped music.
Fuck, man. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I have self-esteem issues. Yeah.
Fuck, what a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a real asshole.
Jesus.
I have not seen my dad in close to 12 years. And he has never been with me on my birthday.
You know what? Fuck.
For the better, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Get rid of that,
I'm
dude.
sorry. That's fucking
12
brutal.
years and counting. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Another funny story about my dad.
Are we going down this hole?
One of his wives was 18 when I was 16.
What the fuck?
Sit on that for a while.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Stew on it.
That's so messed up.
He then said I was going to try and get with his wife. So he kicked me out.
Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me, man?
No, dude, that's a fucking real story.
That is not a real dad. That's fucking...
Oh my god, dude.
Shit. I'm really sorry about all that. That's
Whatever. I'm an adult now.
You're pretty
Drink
sweet.
that
Drink
drink.
my problems.
Okay, drink that drink.
Asbel, you haven't seen your dad willingly in 6 years. Yeah, I mean, family shit is crazy because like you can't pick your family, and sometimes just shit happens, and like you have these fractures and these fissures, and just shit goes wrong. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I had a portion of my family out east. They like it got really messy, and like one of my cousins, his wife ended up committing suicide, and a lot of people blamed him. Some people sort of sided with him, and like it tore the family apart. You know, it completely tore the family apart. And it's sad, like for their kids. Like their kids aren't talking to each. Like I don't know if they're missing out on like meeting their cousins, and it's so fucked up. It's so messy, and like we're trying to like do family reunions, and we can't invite some people and other. It's gross.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
It's so crazy. Like being a child and being really young, that part of family doesn't really resonate with you. Like it's always like everything is. Maybe I'm obviously like I grew up in a really lucky family. We all get along really well.
I grew up in a happy home.
Yeah, but like growing up as a kid, you don't see the shitty side.
Yeah.
Of family.
Oh,
and it's at least
sweet
for
summer
me, this is
child.
completely like I guess my own shit. But it's you grow up and you start seeing like, okay, people definitely have their own shit, and it's not always so innocent and like perfect.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Growing up, like I lived with my mom for a good amount of time in a trailer park in North Carolina, and yeah, I lived there. I lived in fucking Greensboro.
Nice.
But like my mom has mental disorders because of excessive drinking and shit like that. And like there was a point in time where I had to be fucking vacated because she was completely unstable. And like my grandparents took me in, and I later found out in life that my grandparents were like calling up my dad every night, telling him to come fucking pick us up when he was out in Saudi Arabia, JNO. And then like fucking what else happened to me? I got my custody was taken over by my brother who lives in Portland for like 6 years because like nobody wanted me as a fucking shit kid. And of course that has ulterior stuff too. Like I got into a lot of fights as a kid. I get stabbed.
Gil,
Stabbed one time. What's up?
we want you.
Cool. Thanks.
We want you. We love you.
Yeah.
Shitty heart. There you go. But yeah, I got to fights a lot as a kid. I got stabbed once. I had a tooth dislodged because someone hit me in the face with some brass knuckles. I've taken a golf club to the back.
Jesus,
I've
dude.
dislocated my knees. I've had this shoulder dislocated because someone took a baseball bat to it. I used to fight dudes for money. I'm super passionate now.
I got shot in the head.
I've actually almost died like a number of times due to like army training. Like not even going overseas. I never went overseas, but just like due to training, I've almost died like a shitload of times. But we'll get back to that because we actually have a question from the chat.
Okay, what's the question?
So Romeo wants to know whether the sanity points, whether they were like my idea or whose idea was those. And that was actually Connor. So I think Connor like got a good feeling from my role playing in the early stages of the campaign that Kara was slightly unhinged, that like the the stuff that was going on with her patron and everything else was kind of making her like just really unhinged, sort of like losing touch with sort of reality, and that she was the way I play Kara is like she has a very singular focus, and that is like the pursuit of power and knowledge. And
like John in real life.
and she'll really like she'll bulldoze anything that gets in her way, in the way of her objectives. So I started playing her like that in the early stages of our campaign, and Connor was like we were saying earlier, he's a very good DM, so he quickly picked up on that, and he had this idea for sanity points, and he introduced it, and I actually didn't use the sanity points or the attack that he gave me for 2 or 3 sessions because it just didn't come up, and I was like chomping at the bit to fucking use it. And it was when we were fighting, it was that red dragon. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
with the Gith Yankee or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
The first one that was pretty crazy.
So like we're fighting this dragon, I think if you watch that video on YouTube, you'll probably get the sense that I'm trying to use it, because I kept asking Connor, I'm like, can I tell, like, is the dragon on its last legs? Because one of the things with sanity drain is that it has to kill for me to regain sanity points. Otherwise it doesn't work. So I kept asking him, like, is it on its last legs? And he's just like, yep. So I use it, and like if I use that power once, nothing happens. It just if it fails, then it fails, and I can move on with my life. But the thing that I think the really cool thing that Connor did there is he said you can cast it a second time. If you fail it the first, you spend another sanity point, but you can cast it a second time, sort of like, double your chances. But if it fails a second time, you fucking essentially explode, and just like you explode and you cause psychic damage to everybody.
Oh God. Oh yeah, I remember this.
And I think that was what really caught the party off guard, because Connor introduced that mechanic to me and I didn't tell anyone about it. So like, if you go back and watch that video, you see everyone is like shocked and being like, "What the fuck, John? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?"
If you go back,
so
my
mad
jaw
at you.
falls off.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, that is awesome. I love that.
I was so mad at you, John. Like, I think the next day you were streaming like some other game, and I was like, "Oh, look, John's streaming. Never mind. I'm not going to John's stream.
Really?
I'm not supporting John." I was so mad.
Oh my God.
It was
John,
so
can I
sick.
regale us? What happened again there? Like, I know you fucked everyone up, but
It
like, how did...
exploded.
it was just like, I used sanity drain for the first time, and I remember when everyone's like, "Oh, what's that? What's sanity drain?" And so I used it. It failed, and I'm like, you know what? I could back off, but I'm like, thematically in my head, I was thinking, no, Kara would not back off. Like, she's just come into this ability. She's just figured out how to use this power. She wouldn't. She wants to know what'll happen. She wants that fucking sanity from that dragon. So she used it again, and like, I personally would not have. I'm a very conservative person when I play games.
Yeah.
And
I was so mad.
And I'm just like, no, Kara wouldn't. And I think that's one of the great things about D&D, because you get sucked into your character and you do what they would do and not necessarily what you would do. And I'm like, she's gonna fucking go all out. And it failed. It failed the second time, and it did like a shit ton of damage to the party because they were all close to me.
And Nox is such a survivor that I felt that anger. Like,
it was so great, because I think it knocked someone unconscious.
I think it was me.
Yeah,
it was
it
either
was
you or
probably Eva.
Morta who got knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what?
You got to pivot from there on.
Oh my God. Speaking of like character changes, Mordos, dude.
Oh my god.
Well, let's talk about
Mordos is
Mordos.
like weird fucking wave he's got going on.
He's got
like,
some.
I'm stable.
Some
I'm
menopause.
A drunk. I'm
Yeah.
stable. I'm depressed. I'm stable. I'm angry.
Yeah, and I only get that way with stuff that happens to my brother, though, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
And it's
I
like-
think that's awesome.
I think
And
it's really subtle role playing that you're doing, but I think it's really effective.
Well, thanks, guys.
And
But
it's like,
I look at it from a perspective where he grew up without family. Essentially, he grew up with like monks and his master and all that stuff, and so he became a very spiritual centered person because of that. But then he found his brother, and that was just a new element to his life, and he just became, I think part of him is really attached to Red. Obviously, they're brothers.
yeah.
So I think that's where I was coming from with, his brother died the one time, and he was just like, this has changed everything, and that's why he started drinking a lot, and maybe like not dealing with it in the best way.
Yeah, and I mean that's one thing that Red's kind of like trying to fix is he realizes his brother is having these issues, and in a normal circumstance he'd be like, "Oh, let me help you out," but the fucking banished for 60 years thing, that's kind of just like fuck that all up. Oh my god, dude!
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. That happened in our last session.
I had so many things fucking planned. Like I'm actually doing all the edits I have to do right now.
Yeah,
because of all the shit that changed.
And that was something that caught like all of us off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Right, is when Connor sort of said that in our last session that like Chris, all of a sudden his character was trapped in a sword for 60 years, and for us it was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So he reappears, and he's like all grizzled, and his drop bearer is like fully grown.
Hasn't learned a damn thing.
I've been holding it back so much. I just want to tell people what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to explain it so bad.
And like as I was saying, I think for new DMs, I think a big challenge is them doing the shitty thing to the party and not steering away from that. And I think that's kind of a testament to the skill of a DM. And Connor he's like, yeah, you drew a card, everything's black, it's the void card, you're dead. Do you have another character? And we're just like,
yeah,
what?
That was the other thing, is like we literally thought like Chris was gone forever. He was like dead, and his soul was in a sword, and he was not coming back from that.
Yeah. And I was just like, holy shit.
FYI, I do have a backup character. He's a necromancer.
Nice. Is his name Scorn?
No, his name is Valad.
Valad?
Valan.
Valon?
If you guys remember, that's the same name from the paladin in my other game.
Yes, Cheetah's saying that he'd like to get involved in D&D sometime because of how crazy it can get.
I think anyone can get.
Yeah, I think the right party or the right group is like so key, because like I mentioned, when I was playing Star Wars, like I enjoyed the game, but I didn't really click with some of those people. Like I think some of our attitudes about the game were somewhat different, and it just eventually we kind of finished up that arc of the campaign, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming back. So
I feel like if I had not liked, because I already knew John and Gil, I did not know Ted or Connor.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had not liked either one of them, D&D would be completely different.
Well, you like me?
No.
Shit. No, I agree though. There needs to be like a group cohesion, because I mean, you are role playing as fake characters, but you also have to get along with the real life people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and I would say that our conversations off stream are as important as what's happening on stream.
Yeah. I feel like, because I'm a very self-conscious person, and I don't think that most people know that about me. I'm not exactly.
You don't act like you are.
I know, because I try really hard, but I feel like going into this, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna click with these guys, and I was very much a flight person. Like, if I don't like this, I'm out.
Yeah, and I feel like we were completely prepared for that, and that's kind of why I was like, do you want to learn? Because it definitely takes a lot. I mean, there were still we had like an hour and a half conversation about your character, and I was like, oh my god, okay, so you're a rogue, what do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do with your life? Give me information.
I'm a very indecisive person, and I could tell through my conversation with Gil. He was like, seriously, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know.
I want to be a DJ.
The number one question she asked was, I don't know, what can I do? Fucking anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what was hard for me. I didn't realize when you said anything, I was like, okay, group, well, whatever, anything, yeah.
No, like literally anything.
Yeah, and to go back to your point, Ava, I think that's a really intimidating thing for new players, is that D&D is so fucking open. People are like, do anything, be anything you want. Whereas like, most people, especially when they're being introduced to a new game or a new system, they need to like have some sort of path, right?
Romeo brings up a good point. I'm a person of choices. Like, you present a group of choices to me, I will pick one. You tell me to just do whatever, I'm like, what?
Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of games have like pre-generated characters, and so that they can like slowly introduce someone to a system and to a way of doing things. But again, it's really fucking intimidating. Like, even having the experience that we have with this game and like with stuff that I've done previously, I'm just still kind of like, ooh, fucking multi-classing? I don't know if I want to get involved with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would play it for a long time. So like having Red go into Warlock, to me it thematically made sense. That was him embracing his demonic self. And it's really just come into mechanically, I wanted cantrips.
Right.
Really bad, because I was like, cool, I hit. Cool, I hit. Cool, I hit. And I was like, I want to do other stuff. So I decided Warlock, it makes sense. you're sort of invoking demons, so Eldritch Blast, and I took an invocation that gives me proficiency in deception and persuasion.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm just a better liar because I'm a demon boy.
Yeah. Asbel is the same way as you, Ava. Needs some sort of structure,
some guidance.
Yeah.
Which is it's nice to get out of your comfort zone, and this is what D&D has provided for me. I'm I'm a kind of person who I'm adventurous and I'll try new things, but if you don't push me to do new things,
hey.
That sounds like it's on your like Tinder profile.
Adventurous.
Adventurous. I like long walks on the beach.
I like hiking, and I love my family.
And I love dogs.
Works every time.
I have a dog.
She sounds interesting. Right.
Hey.
Everyone knows we're just swiping for the pictures.
Exactly.
I read profiles.
No, but it can be a very intimidating game. Like even when I was coming into it, I kind of knew what I'd be doing because I played it before. But even then, I was just like, "Whew, all right, let's do this." Yeah. Then again, I'm not playing the most complex character.
I feel like he can be complex.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm kind of finding Monk has a lot more, spiritual powers that are very useful. There's a few that I actually have I've underutilized to shit. Like I looked at it, I'm like, oh my god, I totally forgot I have this power.
I think that happens to all of us. Like one of the critiques I would level against D&D is that it's like you get so fucking much to work with, right? You have so many, like, especially spellcasters. Like I have like pages of spells that I can use, but like some have like really specific rules, like, oh, I can only do this then, or I have to like, it's a ritual, so it takes me 10 minutes to cast, and I'm like, fuck. And it's just like things that I forget that I can do, right?
Yeah. I feel like out of all of us, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I have the most straightforward, simple character.
I wouldn't say that.
No, I would almost say like Ted's character is, I don't not to like belittle his character, but like you just fucking hit shit, right?
Yeah.
I feel like exactly I'm so stereotypical rogue.
But with a rogue, like you've done this quite a few times, but with a rogue, you have so many different ways of playing that character. You don't have to be a damage dealer. You can like stay on the outskirts of the fight. You can find, different vulnerabilities in the enemy. You can you pick locks. Like there's so many other aspects to being a rogue that you can.
And
maybe I'm just so used to playing a rogue character.
Yeah. And you have like access to like cantrips and other spells like that.
Yeah.
So. I didn't expect to play Nox so well.
I just so good, guys. I'm so good.
That happens.
Like I feel like it's even too much in my comfort zone, if that makes sense.
Romeo, it took you a week to put together a level 1 character. It does. Like I found making my character, it takes a lot of planning because you're putting so much of yourself into it. And especially knowing that you're going to be going into a very long campaign, you're just like, okay, I want this kind of backstory. I want to have these abilities, but like, where can this character grow to? So, I mean, there's a lot of planning there.
Yeah, especially with a character like yours, John, that has cantrips and cast spells. And it's just like, that's just a whole other layer to character creation. And it just, it
seems very
everything.
Complex.
Like I made my character in, I think like a day and a half. It was a barbarian in Chris's game. But with you, Romeo, you were a bard where you have like the point of your character is to be, I don't know if it's casting spells or whatever they are, but it's just you're not just a fighter. There's so many other things that you have to be on top of.
I still say that we make him sing for everything.
Yeah.
He's okay. So when I spoke to Romeo about his character, I said, "What kind of bard are you? Are you a singer or are you a fighter?" He's like, "I'm a sailor. I don't sing." And I was like, "Cool."
Sailors sing all the time.
Cool.
Yes, sea shanties.
Sea shanties. Yeah.
Singing fighter. Yeah, no, but I mean, I was also going to try playing a more complex character. I think I was going to be a druid for your game, but I was just like, you know what? This is a one-time thing. I'm just going to keep it simple still.
For sure, dude.
But next character that I know I'm going to be sticking with for a while, I definitely want to...
You want to branch out from the punching man?
Branch out from the punching. Yeah, exactly. Not saying Mordos is boring or anything. It's just try something new.
Kofflive is asking if Ava, you and Chris are using, or you have your blue and green screens behind you. Those are the actual ones that you use for streaming?
Yep. So I'll actually show you. Here is my wall. There's a picture of my D&D character that someone drew for me.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
See if I can actually do
Which
this.
character?
You
That is actually a commission that my wife got for me for my 24th birthday. It is the character that we actually played together when we first met.
Oh, wow.
That's sweet.
Yeah, his name is Smythe the Broken because he is broken. He's actually lost a leg because it was caught in a trap. He fought goblins by himself and got a spear to the neck. He broke both his arms.
Oh.
We founded an adventuring guild called the Broken Blade. He went from being like a little bitch cleric who, in his first session, turned a white, which was 2 challenge ratings above him, which is supposed to be impossible. I rolled that at 20. And so I basically made him explode. And then later on in his life, he became this like grizzled warrior. Instead of using a shield, he used 2 swords. One was silvered and one was ebony. And he uses them to one did like
ivory.
Okay. One did radiant, one did necrotic. Wow.
That was great.
That was actually really good.
I'm gonna draw you a dick.
In case you guys don't know, please follow John's fucking Snapchat.
Oh yeah, my Snapchat is lit as fuck.
Power balance.
Oh my god.
But yeah, in terms of like setups, I just did a new video with my live streaming setup, but I have a green screen that I'll have on a frame, so I'll like let you take it down when I'm not using it. Usually I'll just like store it in my bedroom or whatever, but I've actually taken it apart because I'm very, very busy with school and that kind of stuff. I was gonna mention something. Oh yeah, you used the word bitch, Chris.
Oh.
And before we started streaming, I talked about how I was like, I like did this huge flip flop from being like a huge piece of garbage who was like ultra conservative and just like really racist and shitty when I was younger, and now I'm like almost too far the other way, and then I'm very, very like liberal and just like I don't even like that word or like any just shit like that, and like I wanted to talk about.
Apologize.
No. You don't have to apologize because like that's a very commonly used like cuss.
I don't want to make you feel unsafe in your own territory.
I just feel it's very demeaning to women.
No, that's fair.
That is fair.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I wanted to talk about how we conduct live streams and like how we sort of do this dance with like trying to maintain like a welcoming environment while also dealing with the anonymity of like the internet. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, definitely.
So like how do we deal with trolls who come into the chat, and like how do we try and reinforce the type of atmosphere that we want within our communities?
Okay, so when I first started out about 1.5 years ago, I was like, you know what? I'll let anyone say whatever they want. And the first thing someone do is drop an N-bomb. And I was like, nah, dog. A couple months later, I decided to work with bots a little bit more, working with the Twitch API.
Yeah.
And I decided to set up a ban list so that whenever people say a word that I don't like, they get auto-banned. One of which, holy shit, that's word calling. I will call you back. One of which is the N-bomb. I don't like derogatory terms for homosexuals, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't like the derogatory term for transsexuals. There's a lot of things out there that I don't approve of when people talk about that stuff. And I let some stuff slip because, like, I come from a sort of place in my life where no one really cared about what you said. It was what you were saying. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I've got a joke about when a gay friend of mine came out and a friend of ours said the derogatory term that starts with a Q.
Okay.
And we all laughed, even the dude who came out, because it was funny.
Yeah.
But
there's a time and place.
Yeah, there's a time and place.
If
definitely.
that makes any sense, like
we were all very close friends. We all sort of grew up together. And we could all say that to each other. I wouldn't exactly tell a stranger on the street that story. They'd be like, "Oh my God, you racist!
Yeah,
you homophobe." It's like, no, I swear I'm not.
Yeah.
But when it comes to live streaming or doing YouTube stuff, you've really got to watch out for people who just want to like get stuff off their chest because they can.
Yeah.
Like I've got a buddy of mine who pops on the stream around again. He'll regularly drop N-bombs and F-bombs, and I was like, dude, you can't say that. He's like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's where I live. It happens all the time. And he lives like the deep south.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, the deep south.
I mean, definitely, like, I understand.
Like, dude lives in a swamp deep.
And I mean, like, sometimes people get really offended when you say, you know, one of those words. But I think you're right. It's what you're saying, not exactly the specific words that you say.
Yeah.
But then again, there are some times like saying the N word. I just like, man, like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I think a lot of times people forget that like things like Twitch or even like YouTube comments or whatever are like those are public spaces, right?
Mhm.
And especially on Twitch, where it's a very individual thing, where a streamer is trying to facilitate a community and trying to like build a community around their channel and around the stuff that they're doing on that channel. And I think it's like really important to sort of set ground rules. You know, if you want like a no holds barred like stream, that's your thing. Sure, you'll attract that type of personality. But I also think it's important to like police your own zones for so like you know, police your own zones. All right.
God damn it.
So I think people who've been watching my stuff for a long time know that I'm very, very sensitive about that kind of thing, and they know like if people cross the line, like I'll probably give them a timeout if it's not that bad, and just be like, hey, we don't do that kind of thing here. But if it's like fucking explicit and it's like purposefully like trying to be trollish or like trying to be harassing or whatever, it's just like you're gone. Like no questions. I'm not even gonna mention it on stream. It's just like that person is banned, and like I'm focused on what I'm doing in Dark Souls. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
But
I know that you guys had to talk me into using a camera.
Yeah.
Because on my stream, I had very bad experiences, and
I-
it was just not
Yeah.
something I wanted to do.
I think that's kind of just what happens on Twitch, as bad as it is. Like
The internet in general, really.
the internet, exactly. Like a lot of kids nowadays sort of grow up thinking, oh, we can definitely talk shit to women. I mean, that's cool, right? And then they do it, and they enter the real world, and they become these fucking assholes.
yeah, and a lot of it has to deal with anonymity, right? And a lot of it has to deal with sort of I've been doing so much of this shit in school, but like sort of like perceived realities. So like someone may have an idea of what reality is, like what the status quo is, like what a video gamer is, what should be happening within the video game space. And when that idea is challenged, they lash out or they rebel against it, you know, because that's the only thing they can do. And it's really unfortunate that you know, a lot of women in the gaming space, online, just in general, deal with that harassment every day because of the anonymity that the internet provides, right?
Like on my channel, I had been streaming for a couple of months without a camera.
Yeah.
And when you guys approached me, I was like, you can use a picture, but that's it.
Yeah.
It was
And like we were totally cool because we understood that. Like I think Chris and I, when we were talking about it, we were like, if Eva just wants to use a picture, like that is something we can totally facilitate.
Yeah.
And I think that's what allowed me to be like, okay, this is going to be a safe place. I kind of knew that if anything happened, it would be dealt with.
Yeah. And that's
And I had to have that trust in you guys.
That's kind of what I bring
Got
up.
you.
Like when I do modding for John or for another friend of ours, if I see anything remotely bad, I'll pee on the person like, dude, you need to chill out. If he's like, whatever, I can do what I want, internet, I'm like, all right, banned, whatever. And
So can I.
there's that level of trust between the streamer and the mod, saying, I trust you with my channel. I trust that if you ban someone, it's for a good reason.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think for all of us, we're rather small streamers. And so I know that these big streamers who have like thousands of viewers who are female, they probably don't see it. You know, it probably it goes by so quickly. But when it's just you and 2-3 other people watching, it's in your face.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
have
know
a good support system.
I know there's some female streamers that they didn't just see it; they like played it out, and they'd be like, "Yeah, exactly." Like there's some streamers that would like wear like low cut stops.
This is my character.
The thing about Casey Tron is she is so good at embracing the sort of caricature that she has taken on.
She is,
and she like thrives off of the vileness that is thrown at her. And
she's an amazing actress.
That is the joke, and nobody fucking understands that.
I want to see her on like in like Broadway, because she is so fucking good. I can't stand watching her, but I can appreciate it.
Yeah,
she's like the Joffrey of Twitch.
There you go. There you go. That's what it is.
Like, oh, I fucking hate you, but you're like great at what you're doing.
Good.
And you're super successful.
Has the thickest skin that I've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's something I had to learn. Now, I mean, I have so many things. I think I probably have the strictest channel out of all of us.
What's your band cap?
Probably not. Oh Jesus. Okay, yeah, you do have the strictest channel out of all of us. Cough Live just mentioned, I really like the rules that John has: no racism, misogyny, homophobia, or any form of hate speech. And he agrees with that. That being said, you don't mind swear words at all. Love them, actually. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is I cuss a lot. I used to do it more, but again, like, there are very specific things that I'm just like, this is not a place for hate. Sure, we can be adults and we can like cuss up a storm, but we're definitely not going to be, you know, making people not feel welcome, if that makes sense. Like, I definitely, like, because I'm always aware that, like, this is the internet, this is Twitch, like, the majority of people that watch my shit are probably fucking 14 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so I want that to be a safe space, because there are also 6-year-olds and 8-year-olds that are watching Twitch. So if someone comes in, sure, I'll drop an F-bomb or like a ton when I'm fighting a boss in Dark Souls, but like, they're not going to come away being like, yeah, that John guy on Shelf Games, he says we should hate this race of people, you know?
Yeah. And it's unfortunate how people really are looking up to anybody and going, well, this person does this, so it must be okay.
Right.
Yeah. Never look up to John is the moral of the story.
Never.
One of my favorite things to do when people talk about like racism and stuff, and I was like, if you got to get something off your chest and you're afraid of offending somebody and you feel like you have to have a target, just say Martian. Nobody cares about the Martians.
Yeah.
I care about the Martians.
Goddamn Martians!
Fuck the Martians.
Because a lot of the time people will target somebody and not actually mean it. And I feel like that's a huge point of contention for a lot of people. They're like, oh my God, you're racist. Like, no, really, I'm not. It's just the first thing that came to my head. So like, I started doing that in actual like speech with coworkers.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be working on a project. I was like, goddamn fucking Martians. I swear to God. And they'll be like, what?
I don't mean to be racist or anything, but Martians need to pick up their feet.
Those fucking red dusters. You're like, oh my God, I hate Martians.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one way of doing it. If you have to target somebody who doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Romeo takes that personally.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't care.
It's funny because I talk about excuse me. I talk about how like I was a really shitty person when I was younger and people don't really believe me.
I believe you.
This last it's not that much of a stretch. This last semester I had a course in public speaking, and so we would practice like speechcraft and working on different presentations and stuff. And the last thing we had to do was a really emotional speech. And I was lucky that I had a really small class and we were all very close. So I felt comfortable sort of talking about my past. So I wrote out this speech, and like it's I don't know, it took me probably like 10 minutes to do it, but like it really talks about my past and talk about how like I used to be a racist, I used to be a misogynist and a homophobe and like a bigot. And those were things that were just like ingrained in me because they were normalized by the people that I surrounded myself with, you know? And it took me years to get over that shit. And like, I wouldn't even say that I'm over it, because that stuff still lives within me. It's buried so fucking deep, and it's something that I struggle with every fucking day. But because like, you know, it just took me like socializing with different people. It took me like reading progressive authors and exposing myself to different types of media and like gaining a sense of empathy, you know, that I think is like really lacking in a lot of people. And it took me, just like I said, years and years and years of like putting my foot in my mouth and like having people like come at me and like call me on my shit to get to the point where I felt that I was in a better place and that I was a better person. And, you know, I think like, I won't get into it now. Maybe I'll like release that document.
Was that like mostly like being in the army? Was that?
It was partly being in the army, and it was partly growing up on the prairies.
Right.
That's like the deep south for us guys.
Yeah,
like Little House on.
Not Little House on. I lived in a major city in the prairies, but like the majority of people that I dealt with were
like Atlanta.
Ooh, okay. Okay, you're speaking my language.
You got it now.
I got it.
But anyways, maybe one day I'll put that document out to the public and you can read it, or maybe I'll actually read it on stream one day. But yeah, it was cool. It was rough. It was a rough process to get to this point. So again, like I'm very aware of like making people feel welcome, you know.
Mm-hmm. So
I never felt welcome.
You're not. A little bit along the same vein. Like I grew up sort of closeted, living in the Middle East. I couldn't really do a whole lot because it's the Middle East, and I moved out there right after 9/11. So like everything was dangerous to my family, and like I had a talk with my dad about like what to do if I ever got kidnapped. Spoiler alert, he said, "I'm not paying your ransom." Just gonna leave that out there.
Fuck that guy.
Like, I always learned that like people being different was a bad thing because of the way I was raised. Because I grew up in the South, and then I grew up in a very closeted country like Bahrain and Cyprus, where Islam is sort of the predominant religion, and they have certain rules. So living with my stepmother, who was Muslim, it was all about like homophobia is just what happens. Mm-hmm. So like moving back here, I married my wife, and she told me that her wife. My wife.
Ooh, I'm in a stable relationship.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke, John.
Way to ruin the story. She told me that her mom was trans, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Rewind like a couple years before that, like I couldn't be around like trans people because it creeped me out. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act. And part of that was like I went to a Halloween party with my sister, and she introduced me to a trans person who's in full drag, and I felt really uncomfortable because I didn't know how to act. I was like really embarrassed for them.
Yep.
Right.
And it was like trying to like break out of that shell. But now I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. My mother-in-law's trans. She's fucking cool. She's kind of mean, but she's fucking cool.
She's kind of mean.
But like it's people sort of coping with that. Like if you were to say that to anyone on the street, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
And I think that's weird. And without getting too political, it's like that's just sort of what's happening in North America nowadays. It's just that people are sort of revealing who they actually are.
And if you're not supportive of that kind of shit, it's funny because you're going to be on the wrong side of history. You know?
Yeah, exactly. You're like racism and slavery.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to look back like 20 years from now and be like, oh, you're definitely on the wrong side of the civil rights movement in the 60s. Yeah.
Also, I voted for Trump.
You take
Make America great.
You take that.
America great once again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's maybe field some more questions. If people have questions from the chat, like I said, whether it's about D&D, whether it's about streaming, whether it's about our personal lives, we can get crazy. We can get ribbled.
Wait, we have personal lives. We're here on a Friday night.
Yeah, that's true.
I only exist on camera for some of you, so I could be not real.
That's true. You're probably not real, actually. Let's be honest.
I know, I'm too perfect.
Chris, I think Chris might have to take a phone call for work. But let's talk about what would be a good subject? I was gonna say something like first kisses. First kisses.
Yet to have mine. My first kiss was in I would have been grade 11. I was really late. Like I was so nervous to even like talk to girls. Never mind do the thing with the lips on their lips. It was weird. I was at a house party and had a crush on this girl for a long time, and I just did it. And I did it completely wrong. Did you guys ever like practice kissing your hand as a kid?
I'm sure everybody did at some point.
I totally didn't. I
did not.
No, not at all.
You guys did that? Losers.
Gotcha. No, I did all the time, and it doesn't help at all. I was still really bad at kissing. So technically, my first kiss was my hand.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember. I think it was just, I don't know. That's something I think about.
Asbel says Asbel says his first kiss was in 12th grade, so you ain't that late. I would say like my first like real first kiss was probably like same thing, like grade 11 or something like that. I was like hanging out with this girl and we were like getting all close and chatting, and then it's just like we were out on a walk and then we ended up kissing. But it actually goes way further back than that. I would say like kindergarten.
Kindergarten, you player.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like we were just hanging out. It was like me and this other dude and these two girls, and we were in this group like doing like a arts and crafts or some shit. And it was just like, well, John's gonna be my boyfriend for the week.
Why Scott right here?
and like someone else and the other girl's like, well, so and so John's friend is gonna be my boyfriend for the week. And I was like, okay, so what does that mean? It means like, I don't know, you like hold hands or we sit next to each other when it's story time. And then like, and it would be like, well, I'm going to kiss you and you're not going to like it. And I'm like, no, I won't. I'm fine. You can do no. And then, and they like walk over and like kiss me on the cheek and they'd run away giggling.
Yeah. I was always such a tomboy. Like I was always like playing basketball.
Kiss, like on the cheek? Sorry.
It was probably on the cheek, but then I'm pretty sure at some point there was a little on the lips, maybe. On the lips.
On your face.
Sorry, Eva, go ahead.
No, you're fine. It's not even something I remember because I was a tomboy. Like no one wanted to date me.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, don't say that.
Now they all want to date you.
It's true. It's true. Like I was the girl beating up the guys on the school.
Back then, girls had cooties though. It's just how
so many cooties.
Actually, I was like,
grossed out by it.
And thanks, Ted, you wouldn't want to date me. He's so mean. Like he's the meanest one to me.
Me?
Yes, you.
He said he would.
Oh, I thought he said I wouldn't. I was like, well, thanks.
You kidding? You kidding me right now? As a kid, okay, if we're talking like first kiss ever with a girl, I remember there was one girl that I had the biggest crush on. She actually lived across the street from me as a kid. And I kind of like saw past the whole cooties thing. I knew we all did it. I was just like, I'm like, they're not real. I am breaking something new here. They are not real. I'm calling it.
They don't know, but there's no cooties. I know, but they don't know.
They don't know, but the no cooties.
What did you walk into?
Well, first kiss.
We're talking about like first kiss.
First
and I'm
kiss.
talking
God.
Wait.
It can't. Yeah, Ted's in the middle.
And
please.
we'd always play girl versus boy tag at recess.
Of course, always, yeah.
And so I'd always like run and be like, I fell. And then just like swarm, and I'd just be like, this is great. But in real life, I'm like, cooties. So I had this huge crush on this girl. One day, someone dared me to kiss her on the cheek. No, on the hand. To kiss her on the hand, like the top of the hand. And I was like, whew, like heart is racing. This is happening. And I grabbed her hand and I kiss it. And she just starts, she turns red and she gets mad at me and she runs into the school and like scrubs her hand. And I was just like,
oh, so broken.
Just broke my whole confidence with girls until like, I guess grade 11 when I kissed a girl again.
Okay, so Chris, you go, and then I got one.
I was a junior in high school, and she kissed me after a concert, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And then we made out in the back of her dad's van.
Yeah.
While he was driving the van.
Yeah.
He referred to it as a make-out octopus, and I thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Like, I always like guys, but they never like me. They're like, oh, you're one of the guys. I was like, okay.
No, they're just like, nah, brah.
And to this day, I'm like, dude. And I was like, oh, you guys get out of that mentality.
Well, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure I've been with women who have called me dude. So, like, I mean, that's not a thing. I think it's just
I think that's just like a common moniker now. I call my wife dude all the time.
It's about making your intentions clear, I think. And
Is it a boot that?
It is a boot that. And it's a boot.
A boot.
It's a
just
boot.
Get used to it.
Wow. I hate
just
you guys.
Like, when you first meet someone, just like making it clear that like where the boundary is and like what labels you have for each other. And like, I definitely can see it where like, you know, you can easily, people are like, I fall into the friend zone all the time. You put yourself there. You put yourself there. And, and the friend zone's not a thing. Friend zone's not a thing.
I fully put myself in the friend zone.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
Please?
What?
Can I rant real quick?
Sorry, real quick story. Then we get back to the friend zone. Okay, so I'm in like grade 5 maybe, and like we have like a coat room in our classroom where we hang our coats and bags and stuff before we go in.
Makes
and
sense.
you know, there's a few girls in the class that are really cute, and they're all kind of standing next to each other, and they're all giggling, and they're like hee hee hee. They're looking at their fucking Tiger Beat or whatever the fuck it was at the time.
Tamagotchi?
No, like their Teen Beat magazines, or you know, they
Teen
have,
Beat.
yeah, and they look over and they're like, and my middle name is Joseph, right? So John Joseph Tabernor. And,
Really?
Jacob
and
JJT?
So JJT. So they're like, oh, you're like, you know, teen heartthrob, Jonathan Taylor
Are you?
Thomas.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas at the time, teen heartthrob. They're like, oh, you're like JTT, but not hot.
Oh, fuck, dude.
That's reaction.
Right?
No.
What the fuck? How do you say that to someone?
That's mean.
That's
no, no,
fucking-
no.
and that's like that happened.
got-
That happened in the 5th grade. I'm 31, and I still remember that.
Holy shit.
Oh, no, I know I'm with you because I always get like, "Oh, you're so cool." You'll be like, "If you were like a girl, I would want to date." I'm like, I'm a girl.
My girl.
Okay.
Okay,
Look at my
Chris.
hair.
All right.
Rants
all right.
about the friend.
I
zone.
have major feelings about the friend zone, okay? Step 1, when I was a teenager, thought it was real. When I'm an adult, it's not real, guys. It's not real.
Mind you, this
I am-
is the only married person.
Yeah.
So
Hear me out.
take that with a
I'm
grain
married
of
for a
salt.
reason.
Rescinded if
You
you're
gotta
out
lock
of
it
that
down.
Married for a reason.
Lock it down.
There you go.
Also, I suck at dates. You can't put coins into a relationship and expect sex to come out.
Yeah.
You have to put time and effort into a
And
relationship
emotions.
for a relationship.
And then you
So
get the
you mean
yeah.
Oh,
that- So you mean I have that bag of quarters for nothing?
yeah.
Oh, that's good for laundry.
Like you're
Don't-
never
don't do it next
you're
time,
you're
it's
definitely never owed sex for anything.
No, dude. I had a friend who was like, "I'm in this fucking friend zone. This fucking lady won't put out." I was like,
You're the worst.
Probably
fuck
because
are
you're a
you?
horrible
Yeah.
human being.
I
can't
bought
be
her
friends with
dinner,
anyone.
dude. I bought her dinner.
So I have an ongoing joke with my wife. If I pay for dinner, we have a joint bank account. If I pay for dinner, I was like, "You gonna put out later?" She's like, "Fuck no." And I was like, "That's right." Because
You
about
guys
empowerment for all the ladies.
You guys are
So,
right.
so Koff Live is telling us his first kiss. He was 16 on a camping trip with a girl who, looking back at it now, was a happy hardcore 90s chick. It was nice,
Sick.
kind of romantic. Your best friend cock blocked you later. Oh, Jesus, that's hilarious. Sluggish, there's this one girl this year you've been friends with for about 3, almost 4 now, I want to say, and she told me how she was feeling earlier this year, and we talked about it for a bit, and it ended with us both being fine with being friends. Oh, that's
There
sweet.
you go.
Nice.
That's an adult relationship.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're like, "Hey, I've got feelings for you, but I'm not sure how I want to go with it." And you're like, "I kind of got feelings for you too." And you're like, but kind of different. Let's be friends. Yeah, good, done.
And it
Yeah.
definitely took me fucking up a lot in my first few relationships to sort of figure that shit out.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, okay, people aren't like possessions that I'm trying to like obtain. People are like people who I should try and like have like a back and forth, a dialogue, a relationship. You know, it's just like sex and all that stuff. It's just like, sure, it's fun, but
It's
like,
great.
like, you know what? If there's nothing there with that person, if there's no emotional connection, like it's fucking shitty.
John,
Yeah.
you have a soul and have emotional connection.
know,
This is
right?
so new to me.
Like I used to, I'm not happy about it, but I've, you know,
No, we don't. Spill it.
I've definitely been that dude who's had some one night stands.
Yep.
in the
Scandal.
past.
We're all adults here.
And you know, it's just
not too 12.
it's not fun. You get to a point where you kind of realize you're just like, this is really shallow, and it's really like it's empty. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. You
Yeah,
know?
no.
That's the
absolutely.
person having all the
I,
sex.
John gets laid on the fucking.
This is shallow.
He's
and
got a lady on
empty,
the
but
back.
I guess I'll just do it. I guess.
I guess
No,
I'm gonna
It-
do
turns
that,
around,
that
it's
was
like,
that was years ago. I
sigh,
haven't been getting any in a while. So
This is all coming out now. No, I totally agree with that. Definitely when I was like 19, 20, I'd go to the bar a fuck ton. So I was like, oh my God, I can go to the bar now. Yeah, definitely.
Wait, what's drinking age in Canada?
Well, it's 18. I should say 18, 19, 20.
18, 19, depending on the province.
It's 21 here in the America.
Yes, it is. But anyways, yeah. So I would like go to the clubs all the time, flirt with girls all the time, and yeah, like you have one night stands, and like being an 18-year-old, it's fucking awesome. You're like, can't wait to tell your friends about it. You're the man, and then you start like, okay, maybe there's more to life than just like banging girls, and like tell your friends about it. And it's just like, yeah, it definitely becomes empty, and it's just like, this is stupid. Like,
did you grow a heart too?
I grew a heart.
I never like had a similar experience to that because
you're happily married and everything. Whatever.
Happily married, but like before that, it was I dated some people. I dated around a little bit, trying to figure out like because I've always been like I want to get married personally because I like having that stability in my life, someone I can lean on and talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But like the first person I dated in my very like first serious relationship was with a girl, and she was really into like all this weird like goth industrial stuff, and I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever, chase your bliss.
Are we taking what is that?
What?
The whips.
That's BDSM. That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
But like after a while, I was like, I'm not sure this is what I want. I came home and I came back to. I went to her place and like she was sleeping with other dudes, and I was like, I'm done. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be with that. Then after a while, I decided to date around with people a little bit, be a little more flirty with people, and that was okay for a bit, but like it never really got me anywhere. And then like I was over at a buddy's house, and I started talking to his mom, and his mom was like, I think she was like 35 or something, and we hit it off. Just gonna leave that at that. We hit it off.
Yeah, you did with your friend's mom.
My friend's mom. He kicked my ass. We're not friends anymore for that reason. Pretty worth. Gotta say.
You know when you die in a MOBA,
Yeah.
but it, like you were able to pick off their hard carry, and you just like scream into the chat, worth. Totally.
Yeah. That didn't last though.
Oh, I
Because,
have like this really bad image in my head.
That was a terrible analogy that I just made, and I fucking hate myself for it because I feel gross.
No, I'm not gonna say.
we did sort of a casual thing for a while, and I was like, I don't feel good about this. This makes me feel gross as a human being. So then I was sort of absent for a while. Yes. So I didn't really like date or go out at all for a while. I sort of stayed in my room during college, and I fucking played World of Warcraft for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I moved out to Portland, and I was like, I'm just gonna, talk to people online. I dated some more people. I got catfished once. That wasn't great.
I got catfished.
I went to a mall, and she was like, hey, meet me at this lingerie store. And I was like, all right, whatever. Because I'm fucking easygoing as shit.
Yeah.
But like she kept like texting like 4 dudes, and these dudes all met at the same place. And we're like, what's up? What's up? What's up? And then like half an hour later, she texts us from a train saying that she was already with another dude. She texts me a pic of her friend blowing a dude. And I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna go back to being single for the rest of my life.
Jesus Christ.
Fast forward, I'm then like 20, and I was talking with my now wife over like D&D, and like she was in a relationship, but she wasn't really enjoying it. So then like we started getting together a little bit more, like actually hanging out. And I was like, man, this chick's really fucking awesome. Sucks she's with a dude. And then like that sort of fell apart, and then we got together. She moved in with me, and then we were married.
Nice.
Yay.
There you go. I love my wife. She's great.
Yeah.
She's
right there, isn't she?
No, she's not.
Oh, wow.
Dating in the digital age is tough. It's real tough. Having like dated before dating apps and during, it's a fucking mess.
If you guys don't know, John is old.
I reference it all the time. I definitely have the most gray in my beard out of everyone here.
I don't know. I think my
beard's
very gray. I feel like my beard's very gray.
Okay, real quick. You're doing Extra Life in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Or you're starting up Extra Life soon. How much do I have to donate to get you to grow a full beard?
I agree with this thing.
I want to see this happen.
I will pool up hundreds of dollars to get you to grow a beard.
Can you?
I grow like below the chin strap. Like everything down here grows.
You grow a neck beard?
I grow a neck beard.
And
Guys,
I want to see it. I want to see
Everybody
it.
in chat, let's raise money to get John to grow a fucking neck beard.
Please.
Do you own a fedora?
No.
Oh my
Thankfully,
god.
no.
Yeah, go out and buy a fedora. I will buy you
I
a fedora.
will send you a
I
fedora.
have your address.
I am not
Yells.
condoning this.
Yeah, I gotta go with Ted. Like I will try and grow a beard every few years just to remind myself I can't grow a beard.
I shaved
Well,
my
I
beard
think
off for the
maybe
same
it's-
reason to remind me that I'm not a fucking 12-year-old kid.
You say you grow it every couple of years. I think maybe this is the year.
Maybe this is the year. I can't. I'm in school. There are hot women in school.
Yeah.
You just said they're not talking to you.
Yeah.
So what's it
I didn't
matter?
say
Ted
that.
beard.
I didn't say that.
You did
It's
say
too
that.
intimidating.
You're too intimidated. So what you do is you dial back the invitation, but have a fucking disgusting neck beard.
Yeah, Cheat is right. I'm gonna need to get a katana and a wife and pillow.
lady. Yeah.
I recommend the Emerald Lady from Dark Souls 2.
Romeo Kilo was asking earlier. He wants to hear the story about me being stood up two nights in a row.
There you go. Tell it.
You want to hear that story?
I feel
Yeah,
like this
do
is
it.
a sad story.
I mean, it's funny. I think it's funny. So I started chatting with someone on Tinder, and they seemed really cool. They were a little bit younger than me, but I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, like I hang out with young people at school all the time, and there are normals there. So she seemed really cool. We were chatting a bit, seemed really nice, and we set up a date, and we were going to meet at a restaurant. And I was just like, you know what, the restaurant's probably going to be busy. They don't take reservations, so I'll get there early. So just because of where I live in the city, I will usually hop the train to get downtown, just so that I don't have to worry about parking. I can drink a lot and not worry about it. So I hop the train, head down, and I get to the restaurant. I walk in. I I get a table, or rather, I ask for a table, and they're like, "Hey, it'll probably be like 30 minutes." So I'm like, "All right, whatever." And I'm like, "Well, I can like go and like wander, or I could just kind of like hang out outside and wait for her to show up, and then we can maybe go get coffee or something before the table's ready." So I'm just chilling outside this restaurant, and like we were supposed to meet at like whatever it was, like 8 or 9 o'clock, and it's like getting close to that time, and then like haven't heard from her since like the afternoon before, but like we had like set some really solid plans, and so I wasn't really concerned. Because, you know, our schedules were so different that we would kind of chat like, you know, once or twice a day, if that. And table is ready, and she still hasn't shown up. And it's like after 9 o'clock when we were supposed to meet. And I'm like, that's probably not a good sign.
Yeah.
And like just the fact that I hadn't heard from her since the day before, I was kind of like, that's not a good sign. But you know, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and like I get in, and as I'm getting into the restaurant, my phone goes off, and she's like, "Hey, sorry, I really hate this, but I'm gonna have to cancel. I feel really bad, blah, blah." So I'm like in the doorway, dude's just like, "Yeah, we're just gonna make sure your table's good, and then you can come on over." So like as he's doing that spiel, and I'm like, I have to be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm getting stood up as we talk right now. And he's just like,
fuck.
oh, okay.
He just like brings on a ball of scotch. Is like, bro.
Seriously, he was just like,
Yeah.
we've got space at the bar if you just want to like have a drink or something. And I was just like, you know what, man, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So then I called Ted because Ted lives downtown, and I'm just like, oh my God, are you home?
Oh my God.
I'm
Saw
like-
you had.
Yeah.
So I went over to Ted's place, and we had a couple drinks.
I fucking was playing Bloodborne. We just
Yeah.
like got drunk.
Yeah.
Like, this is better than going out with a girl. You know?
And that's why we're single.
Oh my God.
Romeo saw that Snapchat and felt so bad for me. I mean, it was what it is. I thought it was kind of funny at the time.
I laughed.
But like I said, she seemed like a really nice person, and she felt like she legitimately, it sounded like she felt really bad about it. So she's like, hey, can we do something tomorrow? You know, I really feel shitty about this. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So we set up a different restaurant this time, and, you know, same thing, kind of like get cleaned up, get my nice clothes on, walk down to the train station, because it's like a 10-minute, 15-minute walk, get on the train. By the time the train is almost downtown, she messages me, and she's like, hey, day got away from me. Can we push? Can we push it back just a little bit later in the evening and get drinks instead of dinner? And I'm like, sure. And she wanted to push it like 2 hours or something, right? And I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? So I called Ted. I'm like, what are you doing? I know I just saw you yesterday. I know I just saw you yesterday, but I'm coming to your place.
Yeah.
Today we learned that Ted is the broest of bros.
Well, I mean,
Today we learned that if you're ever in a bad situation, just call Ted.
No.
Can I call over?
No, what we
I'll
learned
bring
is
you
that
back.
Ted is the only person that I know who lives downtown.
Oh, so you're
Well,
not
see
a
you
fan of
later,
Ted.
guys.
Got it.
So you roll in there. I think he made me pierogies or something. I can't remember. No,
Yeah,
that was a different
they
night.
make
We
you.
can talk about that night.
I
He
don't
made me
even
a
know.
burger, I think.
Oh, yeah, I did make you a burger.
And then we were hanging out, and sure as shit, she texted. She's like, I hate to do this. I can't believe I'm doing this again, but I can't meet
Like,
up
yes,
with
you
you
can.
tonight. And I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And
She had to bake, or you tell it.
yeah, she was doing a shitload of baking for her church the next day because
Like, that takes priority
Yeah.
than going on a date with a guy that you set up, like,
and it
4
was
days
like
beforehand.
I was like really not upset. I was just like, okay, I'm not talking to this person again. But then she got in touch with me again. She's like, she like really felt. It sounded like she felt devastated about it, and I'm like, okay. So we chatted for another day, and then radio silence for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's okay. You gotta hang out with Ted.
I got to hang out with Ted.
Yeah.
But then,
But Dan.
2 weeks later, out of the blue, message, hey,
Oh shit.
hey.
Hey,
I'm like, what?
Hey.
that was it.
Like,
Just
girl,
hey.
you take you is.
Yeah. So whatever, like, what happened from that?
Not much. We were just kept
New number
talking, and I was
movies.
and I even called her. I called her on it. I was like, you know what? Honestly, I thought you just kind of had moved on, and like that was that. And she's like, oh no, I've just been really busy, and I felt really bad about that, and blah blah. And I was like, if you still want to like talk and maybe meet up, I would be really cool with that. I'm like, yeah, sure. And the reason I was giving her so much rope is that she was really hot.
She was. Man. She was. She was like this beautiful Amazonian, like, princess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was
Nice.
smoking hot. So I was really giving her a lot of rope. So we chatted for a couple days, but this time I was just like, I'm not putting in the effort. Like if she wants to meet up, sure, she can organize it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way, right? Just because she fucked me over twice.
Yeah.
And then just stop talking. So
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
that.
fuck it.
So she's super flaky, is what I'm hearing, and it's just not worth
Flaky.
your time.
I think part of it was she was really young, and yeah, so cultural thing
Yeah,
as well.
exactly.
She'd moved to Canada a few years earlier, but who knows?
Yeah.
So she didn't have the Canadian considerations.
Maybe that was it.
She was unfamiliar with the protocol of a Canadian standoff.
I think mostly it was because she was 21.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What the fuck was going on?
Um,
Do I make cinnamon buns or do I date the guy? Apparently you fucking bake cinnamon buns.
Ted, do you want to talk about the night that we went out?
Oh, God.
Yes, Ted. Let's hear
I've-
all about the night you guys went out.
Well, which one? The one with all our Asian friends or the one?
Yeah.
Whoa. You can't just like say that.
I can't
They're
say.
not really your friends.
I can't. Oh, fuck.
Because that was probably the night that how many nights have we gone out and gotten like obliterated?
I think only 2.
Which was the first?
Was
That
that,
was-
the one
that
where
was
you
the
guys
first one.
Snapchatted
What was the second?
Kara and Mordos
Second
going
one was
out to the
the
party?
birthday party.
What?
We went
Oh,
to. We got like
shit.
table service at that one place.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Ted has 2 stories for us.
Oh God.
Give it up.
Okay. Well, I guess the first time we went out, it was with my friend Andrew, who was in Vancouver for the week, and he invited me out, and I was like, John, like we should go to party with these guys. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, sure. Like, I don't think John and I, both of us, were not like crazy, like clubbers or anything.
Yeah, like
Well,
I
this was-
don't go to the club. I
Yeah.
haven't gone to the club in like I used to work at an adults. I used to work at an adults only resort for a few years when I was in my mid to late 20s, and I got all my clubbing out of me because it was a club every night.
Just a party. Yeah. Yeah. And but that night was shaping up to be like one of those nights.
And Ted lied to me because he's like, "Oh, we're going to like this lounge."
Did I lie to you?
Yeah, you're like, "Oh, they want to go to this lounge place," and I'm like, "I can maybe do
I
that."
thought that's what we're doing.
I like to sit down when I have my drinks.
Okay, maybe I accidentally misled you. I'm not quite sure, but we ended up drinking a lot. Actually, I remember when I first got there, 2 of the girls, and just so you guys know, like Asian girls are like my kryptonite. Like, it
oh, okay.
And,
now we know what Ted's into.
Well,
got it.
That's when we get there, and this one guy, he's like, his eyes are looking different directions. He's super drunk. He's like, man, these girls like really want to meet you. Like, we're still at this house. We're not at the club yet.
Gotcha.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I go in there. They're both in bed, and they're like, come here. I'm like, okay. And it's like, nice to meet you. I'm like hugging these girls in bed, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then they're like, they came out and drank with us afterwards, and then we end up going to this club, and they were playing like crazy hip hop and like a lot of rap, and like John and I were just fucking so goddamn drunk. I was cutting a rug like I've never cut a rug in my life. You started like dancing on me and shit. Oh, yeah. And like
when I had this alternate persona when I worked in the Caribbean. There was John, who was the professional scuba diving instructor, who was very like, he was just a stickler. He was very serious. And then there was Johnny Quest.
Oh, was that your club name?
Johnny Quest was what people called me after like 3 or 4 vodka sodas, because Johnny Quest gets ribbled. He gets loose. He gets happy. He's smooth as fuck, and he dances up a storm.
You guys should have seen the Snapchat.
John,
I was like,
John, yeah. I think I need to see your go-to dance right now, because you have a standing dance. You can do it.
Dancing how? Like he was like grinding up.
Oh my god, you're a bro.
No.
And I was just like, we're all just like dancing, whatever. And then the next day, I see all these Snapchats, and it's just like, oh shit. Like, oh fucking, like even Eva, you were like, man.
I didn't. Okay, so mind you, I follow John on Snapchat at this point,
which you all should do.
Huge mistake at that time, because I didn't know these guys. I knew Gail, and I kind of had talked to John, but not really. Ted was didn't know who this guy was.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this John Snapchat, and I was like, oh, so they're a couple. I get it now.
I thought you two were gay together.
And it sucks because there was one girl out that night that I was like trying so hard to
form a lasting relationship.
A lasting, meaningful relationship
where I kissed her hand every day and she didn't wash her hand. And she was actually older. I think she was.
Yeah, she was like closer to my age.
Yeah. So like super old.
Super old.
We were like getting along, and then like, fuck, and then like these things started happening, and then that night we were like all walking home, all of us, and she just like ghosted. She just like we like watched, she like got in a cab and just like took off. We're like,
that's because.
And then I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, oh, she totally thought we were gay.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
I thought those people would have had like a sense of humor in that, like. John's just like drunk and having
John, there was no humor in your Snapchat.
He's gonna grind up on his friend for a minute.
Dudes don't do that.
They do when they're comfortable with their sexuality and they're having a laugh.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I drink a lot. Don't worry about it.
It's a good joke. It's a really good joke.
It's a good joke, but like if you see your buddy trying to like mac on someone, you're like, all right.
Let's just say Ted is very bad at making moves. So he wasn't macking up on anyone.
Ted, you got to bring that confidence up, bro.
I wasn't.
You are too attractive for that shit.
Fuck off. God damn it.
Like one of the best. Ted is one of the
right there with you.
Best looking motherfuckers in Vancouver.
Dude, Ted, flex.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Just flex for us, Ted.
Do it a little.
Cross your arms.
Look at that shit.
Oh, look at that shit.
He's ripped like Jesus.
Still can't talk to a girl. I can't do it.
Oh my god, dude!
No, he's got the Edward face.
I'm like a bigger dude. I weigh a little bit more, and like I don't give a shit anymore, dude. I will yell at a motherfucker in a fucking strip mall and be like, "Hey, yo, show me that penis," because I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah. I like when I know a girl for like a little while longer and I get to like know her, then it's like I can really connect with that person. But just like that's why I don't really go to the club either, is because they're like, I want to approach a girl.
You can't talk. You can't talk, right?
Hey, like, and I'm yelling, so they can't fucking hear me. It's like, what do you talk about? I don't know.
This music's awesome.
Yeah, like
so that's what I do. I'm just like, I'm drunk. I'm gonna drink.
John,
I'm gonna dance.
Stop.
And I'm gonna have a good time.
Don't.
and I'm going to grind up on my friends.
Ted,
though, to be fair, I'm pretty sure I danced with all the women in our party.
You did. I was going.
You just muted yourself, you dummy.
Wow.
I was like, when I hit it, I'm like, oh man, I probably muted myself. Fuck, I did. My bad. I was just going to say that he was also dancing with every girl that we were with, and they were just like, holy shit, who is this dance fiend?
Like,
so I think they saw John as just like a group dancer, not the guy that was dancing up on Ted the one time. It was like
doing over 18 dancing.
I want to see.
It was like a hard PG-13 dancing.
All I know is that I saw that Snapchat.
Buck says John can twerk up a storm.
You can. Confirmed.
Do it.
He did it on my girl.
Pretty sure
that night was a special night. Oh my God, special night.
But tell you, they both got laid that night.
All right.
All right. Switching the topic away from more adult stuff.
Oh, this the second time we went out.
Oh yeah, second time.
We started doing it again. And I was just like, get the fuck away from me.
He shoved me pretty hard, and I was just like, okay, that was too far. That's a sensitive thing for Ted. I won't try.
Did you have my voice in your head going?
Yeah, I'm like, Eva's totally gonna see this.
I would have called you guys out on it.
That night was actually pretty fun though. It wasn't as drunk though. Holy shit.
It's good that you guys can have fun though. That's the important bit.
The night we went out with your brother and his friends for the birthday, I got like top 10 drunk.
Yeah. And oh my God, dude, Kate, we were like sitting at the table and we were dancing with this one girl, and she was like the most beautiful girl fucking ever. And she's like, oh, she was with us, and she was absolutely loving how hard you were dancing with her. It was fucking hilarious.
Wait, what? I missed that. What were we talking about?
You were dancing with like the hottest girl in the fucking club, and she was loving every minute of it.
Yeah, but she was married, right?
Was she?
I think that was the married one, and I knew that. Like, see, people go out to these clubs and things, and they have this mentality of like, oh, I'm gonna like find someone, I'm gonna hook up with someone, I'm gonna make out with someone, I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna take someone home. I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck, and I go out and I'm just like, I'm gonna hang out with my friends, I'm gonna have a few drinks, and like I purposely know, like in my head, I'm telling myself like, you're not taking anyone home tonight. That's work. Like I don't want to take someone home tonight because I have shit to do tomorrow. You know?
Yeah.
Or I also feel old, and I'm just like, there are a lot of young people here, and I'm just like, or people that are in relationships, and I'm just like, I don't want to fucking deal with all this nonsense. So I just have fun, and I think that's what people are attracted to. So yeah. I was like dirty dancing with all the ladies in our group.
All the women folk.
I feel like a Canada trip coming on.
Yeah.
I like to think that John is the guy at the bar sipping on a scotch and soda and just being like, none of these assholes know what fucking Cabbage Patch Kids are.
Who am I going to dance on tonight?
I feel like there's a weighted dice Canadian trip happening.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. I want to go to Canada so bad. And if I went, I'd have to go like, you guys are like fucking like 7 hours away.
True.
Like I could take a train up to you guys
Vancouver
in like
fun.
Tomorrow.
I'm gonna
make a trip to Portland though.
Dude, it's sick. I will take you to some fucking sick places.
You go to Seattle.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, dude.
It's okay. I'm not invited again. I say
You come too. It's just a longer trip for you. You got to take like a flight. It's like a 4-hour flight.
We could all meet up.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's all meet up.
That'd be a lot of fun.
We could do
meet up for like a weekend or something.
We do a panel for all our fans.
Just a panel. Oh man.
One person there.
Like on the side of the road, right before you get in.
Sorry, I feel I feel like we missed a few questions in the chat.
Yeah, okay. Let's
sorry,
see.
I haven't been reading.
Oh shit, Moak's here. Moak, what up?
What
my
up?
Dude.
Do I have a picture of what I look like back then? Maybe.
It's Cough Life.
Please find it.
Maybe.
Please, guys,
I used to have a faux hawk.
I used to have a
You
mohawk.
had a faux hawk?
Yeah, I rocked it.
John, I feel like if we were around the same age at the same time, we would not like each other at all.
No, probably not.
It's a good thing he's old, though.
Yeah. I used to pick fights with people who had faux hawks. I thought they looked stupid.
It's funny because like on the scuba team there were 4 of us, and we all had faux hawks.
Oh,
that is
because we all had the same hairstylist.
you pizza shits.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
was this when you were working with Bubble?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was.
Right.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find a picture.
Okay, here's a question for you guys. What's the craziest like fashion thing you did that you were like, oh my god, like looking back now, like why the fuck did I do that?
I put makeup on my face.
Did you?
Last weekend.
Last weekend during the
No,
marathon.
I mean like seriously.
Oh,
Like,
seriously?
actual-
I
Yeah.
had like the mushroom bowl cut when I was a kid.
Me too.
But everyone had that.
Hold up. Let me
I
find the
wanted to
image.
be a blonde, like really, really badly. You guys see my hair?
Yeah.
Not bleach. So I was like blonde for like all of 2 seconds. And so I got my hair done.
Mhm.
And it looked really good because apparently when you go to the hairstylist and they dye it blonde, it's still not fully processed. So if you wash your hair, it fades.
It rinses out.
Yeah. And so I went to school like one day and I hadn't washed my hair because I was like, look at my blonde hair. It looks so good. Washed it the next day. It was like these streaky brunette with blonde. I was like, okay,
So
that was
bad.
fun while it lasted. And I had green contacts. I thought it was so cool.
Nice.
I'm not
I'm
light
trying
at
to
all.
find the photo on Twitter that I posted a while ago of me with a mohawk.
Oh Jesus.
That's a picture.
It is a picture.
It's a picture.
I still want to get a mohawk, but I don't think I can do it professionally. I don't think it'll look good anymore.
Yeah.
Just the way that my face filled out from when I was like 18. Fuck. I post so many photos.
Yeah, I really don't know if I can find one of me at that period of time in my life. Ooh, it was
I feel
questionable.
like you found one and you were like, I'm not sharing that.
That's not
can't
going
remember
anywhere.
all those
As for
photos
like
or
stuff I'm
photos.
like ashamed of, I never really did anything. Like I don't like wearing tight clothing anymore. And that's not just like a body image thing. It's just like it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
One thing I really like though is I like the way my hairstyles went, where it's like one shaved side and then just folded over. I like that look a lot.
Mhm.
I saw it on you guys are gonna hate me for this. I saw it on fucking what's the dude's name? God damn it. He's dating the girl from Crunchyroll. He works for Polygon. Babylonian.
Nick Robinson.
Nick Robinson. I saw him do a thing for Rev 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, their haircut, sick. I want that. So I started doing that, and I thought, oh, it doesn't look too bad.
Mhm.
I stopped slicking it back though, because it started turning into a ponytail, and I was like, hey, I'm not a fan of that. Shit, I cannot find this thing at all. I thought I did a TBT for it.
Man, I can't find my faux hawk, and it's really freaking me out.
Oh shit. Okay, here we go. I will post a link in chat.
Ooh, that's a good photo.
Because this is me when I lived in Salem, when I thought I was the coolest fucking metalhead ever. And then here is the picture of
I don't even know which one's you, man.
He's in the middle.
I'm in the middle.
Oh, okay.
The other one is my super racist brother, and then my sister, who people say we look alike. There you guys go. You guys can enjoy that.
Give me a second. I'll actually pull them up on the stream.
Yeah, pull them up.
It might take a second though, because I'm still trying to find this goddamn Vohawk picture, and it's freaking
What
me
about
out.
you, Ted, while they're looking?
Oh God, I'll try and find something for you.
Oh God. Yeah, there you go. That hair, yeah, dude. I used to shave my head a lot because I was like, I don't care about anything, and then just like grow out to a white boy afro. That is 2 inches of hair, mind you.
Really?
Yeah, that is also me when I was 220 pounds.
Well
Jimmy
then.
Cricket.
220?
I used to weigh 235.
You dropped them lbs.
Wow.
At
Good
my
job, though.
lowest I weighed 188, and I'm back up to 200. I'm trying to drop it back down with the help of Ted.
Yeah.
Ted is my Skype personal trainer.
Nice.
I feel like I have to own up to him. Like he jumped on the call today, and I was like, Ted, I'm sorry, I betrayed you. I had an ice cream sandwich.
I was like, man, those are so good.
I homemade them, so I mean, I have.
I
to.
feel like Ted's too supportive. Like he's gonna be like, it's okay.
He was like, it's all right, because I texted him. I was like, dude, my work ordered pizza for lunch. He's like, it's cool. I was like, I had a salad.
That's awesome.
That's fucking willpower.
Can't find
That
the fucking
I
pictures.
could never do that actually.
Oh my god. Honestly, Gail, I didn't know who you were, but the middle, yeah. That's me when I was like 17. I used to wear a lot of Iron Maiden shirts, really baggy jeans, black shoes, fucking wristbands every day.
Ooh.
I had one that was a Slipknot wristband and one that was an Anarchy A wristband. So there you go.
That's something.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I got him.
You got him?
Also,
Oh,
I'm
I
finding
got
him. I'm finding him.
Okay, I think I have some on my phone.
Ava, we gotta have some sweet TBTs now.
Hang
Oh,
on,
I
hang on
don't
a second,
have
and I'll
any.
start pulling all this stuff up for the folks at home. I know this is boring while we look for everything.
I'm on my
but,
PC. I don't have anything there.
Cheetah, step 1 for good upper body is start small, do lots of reps, and then work your way up. On my strength, this is my back, which I think is pretty funny considering that all my ancestors are laborers, like from Lithuania. We all worked fields. Like I can row twice my body weight, like nobody's business.
Shit.
Bicep curls, I could do like absolutely. I could do like 40. I can't do it. I can't do bench presses. I can barely lift
40
the bar.
bicep curls.
No, I could do 40 pounds bicep curls.
That's a lot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's a lot to bicep curl.
I'm on like an assistant machine, and I'm like, this number's good. Lift, and I can do that maybe like 2 reps of that, and then I have to go back down to a lower number but more reps.
Oh, you're talking like 2 hands, 2 arms.
Yeah, 2 hands, not.
I thought you
So it's like 20 pounds each.
I was
So
thinking 1 arm, like
no, one arm, I'm like, yeah.
fucking crushing it.
My biceps aren't good, but I've got that like, it's that weird like thick arm thing where it just looks like a fat arm.
Well, you look great on camera.
I know, right?
I can't.
It
see
really
your arms,
brings
though.
out your eyes.
Because you can't see my fucking tub right now.
My eyes are up here.
I have it up here, lady.
I don't have any embarrassing throwbacks.
Those have to be embarrassing. Just what you look at beforehand.
yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
some
I
old
don't-
pics.
No.
Some old pics.
My legs are great. Then you get to the upper end. It's like, what happened, dude? my fucking wife can like, I don't know what it's called, but she does like that like butterfly squeeze thing with her thighs, and she can do like 200 pounds. And I was like, damn. I've often made a joke about like recording her crushing a watermelon between her thighs because I think she can do it.
That's funny. I saw a video of a girl doing that today.
Right? It's scary.
Where did I
See that
see
you're
that?
like,
Ted
oh my
watches the
God.
weirdest things.
Why did I? It was on Reddit, probably,
Probably.
but I definitely saw it today. That's weird.
Legs are great.
And it was like kind of hot. I'm like,
Fuck.
all right.
Oh shit! I should find a picture of me in bubbles. Oh man, I don't know if there's like a good one of
Please
us
do.
too.
What are these icons in your chat that show people Alliance or Horde?
You just
Oh, it's for the Warcraft movie.
How do you do that?
/ horde or / alliance.
Oh, cool.
We all know which side's the best side.
Eat me, losers.
The fuck is bubbles?
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
have
dude.
dude.
Fuck, I'm running out of ideas now.
For what?
Topics.
Oh no!
While
Hang on.
we
We're
fill
gonna
this
start.
air.
We're gonna start showing these pictures real quick. Real quick.
Oh, I also went through a really preppy part of my life.
Hey.
And I was like wearing sweatshirts with like shirts collared underneath, and I looked like.
Did you do the pop collar?
Dude,
No, I didn't do that, but I definitely had shirts with like an undershirt and the collar coming down. It was very like, I think it was when Kanye West did that, and I was like,
Mhm.
yeah,
oh,
I
that's
can
what
see you
wear.
prepping.
I wear button-ups and undershirts all the time.
yeah.
I've got this weird thing, like, someone told me, was like, yeah, you should totally like just like wear a shirt and nothing underneath. I was like, but what if it opens up and people see my chest hair? It's all gross.
What if they say
Like, when people think of chest hair, they think of like, oh, it's all curly and wiry. Like, no, mine's just straight.
it just goes straight out?
It's
Straight?
just straight
I don't
down.
think I've ever seen straight chest hair.
Yeah, it's pretty. Alice, what are you doing?
Alice is being cute, and you let her live her life.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
Alice coming home.
You're
You
mine.
tell her. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties as I set this shit up.
Oh my
because
god.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Yeah, fucking Cheetah turned 17 recently.
Happy
Congratulations,
birthday, Cheetah.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Cheetah.
Congrats, man.
Definitely don't sound like
Cheetah has lots of time to get physically fit.
Yeah,
You can pull a Ted and be ripped like Jesus.
I
This
was
is the gym.
I still am fucking skinny as fuck, but like in high school, I was super skinny.
What do you weigh?
Right now,
Yeah.
like 165.
Fuck. I'm guessing John's around there, right?
me.
Yeah.
John seems like super skinny.
Yeah, I fluctuate between like 150 and 160.
God damn.
I feel like I could crush John.
like 160 is probably like too much for me, unless it was muscle. And let me tell you right now, it is not muscle. So this, folks, that you can see it, I'm like
Awkward.
fixing it as we go. This is a picture
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Of me slamming a bottle of wine on Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve.
Sick.
When I was working in the Caribbean. Can you folks see that on the stream?
Yeah.
My stream's not actually playing right now. I don't know why.
Well, you should, so that you can look at these pictures, because I'm not sharing them with you any other way.
Damn. It's straight up not playing. I just have the chat.
Apparently, it's on his Facebook, so you could probably just find it.
No, it's not my Facebook. I'm pulling these from like a multitude of different Facebooks. So people wanted to see that faux hawk, though.
Yeah, dude.
Oh no, wait. Let's look at Galestrom first.
Yeah, pull up my stuff first. It's pretty cringy.
So I only found this one here.
I posted 2 of them in chat.
Okay, there's that one. What was the other one that you posted? I think I missed it. Oh, here.
It's right underneath it. I posted them back to back. They're both on my Twitter, so you guys can find it.
Oh my goodness, these pictures, Chris.
Pick up
Yeah, so I'm in the center of that one. And that person who posted is me in my Iron Maiden shirt that I bought at a fucking Hot Topic.
Yeah.
So I was like, I like Iron Maiden, kind of.
Yeah.
Nowadays, Iron Maiden's a shit. Go listen to fucking Flight of the Mariner. Or Terror Manor? Something of the Mariner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, that picture.
Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner.
Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. And that photo is when I dyed my hair for a team event when I used to work at a call center. And boy. I dyed it pink, but it came out peach.
Ooh, jeez.
It's like a flesh color.
It looks blonde.
Because it is blonde.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to find any. Oh, I used to get my hair streaked. I used to get like blonde
Oh, I want to see that so bad.
Ooh, here we go. Here's that faux hawk. Here's that old Johnny Quest faux hawk.
Johnny Quest. Oh my god.
Look at that. So that's my sister and I when my family came down to visit me in the Turks and Caicos where I worked. Yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing that happened.
I don't see it.
My hair is very, very blonde there.
Oh shit!
Holy shit!
Completely different dude.
Oh my god!
Whoa, I just saw
so
it.
tan.
Right?
Was that spray on?
Oh my god!
No, man, that's au naturel. That's working in the sun every goddamn day in the Caribbean.
Look how cute your sister is. You look like a douchebag.
Asbel, you totally date me.
Just saying it as it is.
Wow. So another angle of the faux hawk. Here we go.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it right now.
There you go. That's real bad.
Let's see.
That's pretty terrible. I apologize to everyone.
I'm waiting.
I'm excited for this to show up.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh,
you look
wow.
disgruntled.
Scared.
You look so gross. That shirt though.
It's a bad shirt, right?
What's it like wearing a handkerchief?
Is that paisley?
It's paisley. This was like 2009, 2010.
Oh my god, dude.
Man.
That's so bad.
Right?
Come a long way.
That's his sister.
That is my sister.
Oh yeah, call that.
That's not why I made my full screen.
Was I buffed up? I was probably a little bit. I was definitely more svelte. So this is my sister and I. We're actually drinking a fishbowl. So it's like literally just a fishbowl of alcohol meant for like 4 or 5 people. It gets you so fucked up. I've had really bad experiences with these things. Same with Bubbles, my other streamer friend.
This is so fucking perfect.
Your sister's so cute. Look at her. She's the only redeeming thing in that picture.
It's
John.
like I look at pictures of your sister. I was like, she's not related to you.
No, she's not.
I don't see like matching facial features.
You look very army in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look very mad.
Yeah, almost as if I just got out of the army.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's dark. Okay, notice how it's dark outside behind him and he's still wearing sunglasses.
Oh, you're left in that photo, not our left.
That's look how fucking svelte I am. Jesus, working in the Caribbean was so good for me.
Why are you wearing sunglasses inside?
We were on a patio. We
Outside.
were on a patio.
It's dark out there.
You can just see like the inside of the building behind him, but
Dude,
outside.
look at you being all svelte and having a little bit of wet hair on your head.
Yeah. Okay. This is New Year's. This
And
is New Year's.
tats.
This will be the last one I show.
Oh my god, dude. What is that a tattoo of?
Trivial, probably.
You want to flaunt it for the stream? Because we're answering questions. Sick.
Oh shit.
See, I'm a little bitch. Like all I got is that guy.
Yeah.
On my arm.
That's nice.
What is that?
That is the symbol of the Canary from Dragon Age.
Okay.
Because I I always allow the Canary, and I have a deep connection with them.
As
Whoa!
Nipples far apart though. So that was New Year's. We would set up like a fountain in the pool, and we just happened to have champagne there.
Oh my god! Dude.
Sorry, are there other pictures that we want to show the folks at home? A little show
Yeah,
and tell?
let's. Ted, you got any?
I'm just looking through on Facebook. They're all like, every time I look back on them, I'm just like, oh my god,
like, oh god, what's going on?
Oh fuck! I didn't even look at Facebook.
Yeah,
let me see.
It's rough, my friends. It is rough.
Oh,
it's
dude,
a bad experience.
My dudes.
Oh,
this one is very suggestive, but I'm gonna put it up anyway.
Oh, do it. Is it you just?
Like, oh, I gotta see this.
I need to see this now. Do you guys want to see something super angsty?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, dudes.
There you go.
Here, I'll post it in Roll20 chat so you can see it. There you go. You can cut it down. I don't like people knowing my my Facebook stuff. Do you speak Kunlat? I don't speak Kunlat.
Oh wow, man. Yeah.
I speak. I used to speak actually some real languages. I used to speak French, Turkish, a little bit of Arabic, some German, and I was learning Japanese for a little bit, but I sort of gave it up. And also, I could do my own thing, but I don't want to miss any of this. Well, what was your D&D question, Romeo? I fucking missed that. Let's see. My God, I hate you all.
I couldn't see that picture.
No problem.
Access denied.
200 pounds. Yeah, because we're not friends on Facebook.
That makes sense.
Why isn't this working? It's not showing up. Why is showing up picture? We all want
Red, is it you that has the broken?
I can pull it up for you guys, and I'll continue.
Red, is it your character that has the broken horn?
Yes. He's got he has a broken horn because he
it's not working.
Oh, this is who has a broken. Oh yeah, it's how that happened. So nobody actually asked this at all, but basically the way Red was. Oh, what is it? Down as an HTM. I want that. Basically, he was raised in an orphanage, and to try and make him seem more human, the matron there decided to try and break off one of his horns. So she held him against an anvil and started whacking it with a hammer in an attempt to make him more human. And then when that broke, he decided he would escape from the orphanage. I can't open it up, by the way. Sorry.
It's okay.
I can't save it as an image. But when he broke that and he left, he found himself in the rain, and he decided this is who he was. He was going to accept that he was a broken tiefling. That's who he was. So that's why he never got it healed. He never grinds it down. Every time he wears zombie, he has to make sure that horn pokes out if anything. And then that's when Lorik found him in the rain in a back alley, and that's when he decided to train to become a paladin.
Right. That's right. I thought it was. Did something happen to you when you were banished for 60 years? Like, I know you aged, but did something else happen to you?
I don't think he's told us anything.
I have not told anybody that yet. I've only discussed it with Connor. Also, yeah, kind of like Hellboy. That's kind of where I do it.
It's secret.
I don't mind telling people, but it kind of ruins the surprise and the reveal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Don't tell.
Because there's this huge thing that happened.
And plus, keeping things to yourself in D&D from
it's
the
not
group, I think,
bad,
is so
but
fun.
Like, there are definitely things that you gotta separate. Like, do I reveal this or do I keep it to myself for now?
Yeah.
Because if you hold on to a character trait and it's just you knowing, it's like, is it really a character trait then? If nobody can find out ever.
Yeah, and I mean, there are definitely certain things that you can kind of like try and reveal over time.
Yeah.
Like something that the DM knows, and they can try and like help you with that, and you can kind of like do it at your own pace.
I feel like Connor was very good with that.
Yeah.
With the whole knock situation.
Yeah,
He made it very, very easy for me to go, okay, this is what's happening. This is how this is going to play out. And I like the way he did it because I told him a general guideline and the important details, and he kind of revealed it to me at the same time as the viewer. So I had the genuine reaction of finding things out, which was fun.
Yeah.
There are definitely times where I think about like things that I want to have happen between Mordos and Red. Like when we first started, I was like, we're gonna have this whole huge thing to be brotherly, and like I'd think about it to myself, and being someone from like an acting background, I'll often get too far into character. I'll be like walking down the street, I'll say something to myself, and I'll have like a little conversation, and I'll just start fucking like bawling. I was like, damn it.
It's too emotional.
Yeah. Like, there was gonna be like this huge connection where like I think it was the first time that he died. He was gonna have this like connection with Mordos where he's like, I'll never leave you again. This is too important. You're what matters now. And I was like, oh fuck, man. And then I died again, and I was like, fuck, there goes that idea.
Again. Yeah. And sometimes things happen that like you can't control, and you kind of have to like we were saying earlier, we have to like throw those ideas out and kind of roll with the next thing and the new thing, right? Yeah, I mean, like you were talking about like certain things that you might keep to yourself. Like, yeah, definitely, it can build that tension, but you have to understand when it's the right time to reveal them, right?
Mm-hmm. And like the whole build the tension,
like the whole sanity thing that Connor came up with. I was just like, I'm gonna hold on to this until the time is right, and I think the time was definitely right when I used it.
Yeah, agreed. Nailed it.
To answer Cheetah's statement, tact like a sword. Shink.
I was like thinking I wanted to see if I could like weld you, even though I was a monk.
I think as a monk you can wield short swords.
Yeah,
not
I wanted to see if there was any like
you wouldn't be proficient
that I would have. Yeah.
As a DM, I would have said yes, and then you just have an intelligent weapon.
Yeah.
I don't think that would have been fucking cool. I was totally prepared to play my cleric.
Yeah.
Totally prepared.
No.
Another thing that would have been really interesting, I think.
Yeah. And I got I drew like the moon, so I got a wish, but isn't it? I know obviously the DM rules overrides all, but isn't like 1d4 wishes?
You get 1d4 wishes, but he was like, you get one wish.
Yeah, I was just like,
half deck.
I wanted to go like Dr. Manhattan on that fucking dragon and just like
just incinerated.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So folks, do you have any final questions before we sort of wrap up our behind the scenes bullshit fest? Where we've talked about anything and everything, and we've gotten very, very personal. So any final Weighted Dice or Dungeons and Dragons questions, any streaming questions, or any, you know what, personal questions? I'm cool telling personal stories.
We're open.
We're open books.
Yeah.
So get those in right quick, and then we'll wrap up. This will be a quick reminder to be sure to follow all these fine folks on Twitch and catch all of the fun and exciting things that they are doing. So we're here technically every Friday to do some D&D. Do some Weighted Dice. Unfortunately, like I said, Connor wasn't able to join us, but he'll be back next week, as long as he doesn't get alcohol poisoning.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh god.
I still want to hear that story from him.
Right.
Seriously.
But yeah, so we'll hopefully be back next week with more D&D, and I know Connor has some fun stuff in store for us. But like I said, be sure to follow these fine folks. You can catch up on all the past stuff that you've missed by going to YouTube, find the Shell Games channel, and there's a playlist for all of the past stuff as well. So yeah, thanks folks for hanging out with us tonight. I know today was a little bit crazy, a little bit off the cuff, a little bit unscheduled, but it was fun. I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
It was a blast. I
mean, you guys are okay.
God damn it.
Get out of here.
I think we should do this more often, like maybe once every couple of months.
I think that'd be fun, yeah.
Sit down and have a nice little chat.
What else I don't know. Does anyone want to say anything?
Seriously, we should do a real life meetup one of these days.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm down.
We'll take some photos and do some videos and
maybe
expect some cool stuff.
That sounds
John,
very risque.
on all of us.
I can take you guys to some sweet places in Portland.
Yeah, I will.
Huh?
I will dance up on everyone.
Oh, dude, we have some of the best clubs.
I just got scared.
80s night?
I hate
I will
clubs.
take you to an 80s night.
I'm going to hide behind Ted. Be like, grind on Ted.
How about karaoke? Do you like karaoke?
Oh, karaoke.
I would love to take you to some karaoke.
Did you say an 80s night?
80s night.
Oh, shit.
I will show you guys my sweet dance moves.
Man, I gotta show you this jacket that I like real quick. I gotta show you.
Okay, all right. Show us your jacket. We'll wrap it up.
Tonight really has been show and tell.
Please be a Thriller jacket, please.
Cough. If we do a real live stream, it'll probably be on Periscope, which is the best way to do it.
Yeah. Unless we're at someone's place.
The fucking, I got the Drive jacket. It's too dark in here. Actually, I gotta turn the thing up. But I'm excited.
He's so pumped for this.
He's so pumped.
Oh, sick!
And I don't know why I bought it. It was like $200, and I was just like, yeah.
Oh my god!
I got it. And I'm like, I'm never going to wear this ever.
No, now you gotta wear it every day of your life. With the white shirt and that, perfect.
I'm doing it.
Ted, you look so good right now. Please wear that every stream.
This is
Put
now.
some, like, pomade in your hair, just slick it all the way back, and you're like,
I'll wear like gloves.
"Hey, what are you doing over here?" Yeah.
Wear fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
White fingerless gloves.
Get a fedora, like.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so I think
Ted, you've never looked better.
I think that's gonna do it for us tonight, folks. So thanks again for hanging out with us. It was a blast.
Yeah,
and like we said, more D&D stuff Fridays, and maybe we'll do this every couple months.
Who knows?
Who knows? Lots of exciting things in store. So, like I said, follow all these fine folks. I'm going to be done school very shortly. I'm very much nose to the grindstone to get things finished in these next couple of weeks. It's really bad. Like, I'm really like, I shouldn't be here right now. I should be reading. But when I do come back, we're going to be celebrating the 2-year anniversary for Shelf Games, and we're going to be doing a shit ton of streaming, like all day, all night, all kinds of fun stuff. So keep an eye out for that.
Nice. Shaka, bro.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it.
We're doing streams sometimes, maybes.
Sometimes. I should
Yeah,
do
the
that one of these
streams are
days.
happening.
All right. We'll see you folks next time. So adios. Have a good night. Have a good weekend.
See you guys.
Bye.
Deuces.